Welcome to the Bird Gang Nation Sports Media Show, repping the greatest team of all time. Let's go! Bird Gang 31, he be the host with the most. We going deep, burning teams. They ain't nothing but toast. It's in your rest there. Sirianni put me in coach, running like Miles Sanders till I bump my head on the post. Touchdown! Yeah, that's coming. Devontae's crazy route running. Jalen hurting them, throwing lasers to Rager, young gunning. Come on! On the D side, we ride, sack him with Fletcher, lay him out on the stretcher. No one can protect you. Watch Darius lay him, shutting down your routes. Come on! In my green John, eating Philly cheesesteaks. Put up your cups, wings up, if you can relate. Tailgating at the link like Gangsta Stride. To the Bird Gang Nation, that's worldwide. On Sundays, catch the pre and post game. Mondays is Birds on Broad Street with Philly Notion and Cool Cat, the man in motion. And Wednesdays, the midweek special got you open with JC from Eagles Talk, hitting like B-Dog, baby.
Welcome to another episode of Bird Gang Nation Sports Talk. I'm your host, Bird Gang 31. You know I had to bring my boy, AK Eagle, back in the building again. How you doing today, my guy?
It's doing great, man. Doing great. You know, I actually had to go and bury my uncle today, but all in all, it's actually not been a bad day, man. So, you know.
Hey, man, sorry to hear about that, man. You know, prayers from the Bird Gang family over here, man. Prayers for you and your family, man. Hope everything's all right there.
Yeah, but I mean, all in all, though, man, it was a good day. Everything went smooth, so.
Yep, go ahead and let everybody know while we got this up here, where they can find you at.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Definitely. You know, I am on my way to 300. You know, you can find me over at the Eagles Uncensored podcast. You know, I drop my videos there. I do my Eats Meets West with Philly Foothills. I do a conspiracy podcast on Monday nights. You know, and I'm getting ready to start a new podcast called The Movies That Made Us. And I'm going to go back from like 1980, go to, you know, this year and talk about movies that inspired us to, you know, as kids to be adults and, you know, so.
Yeah, and then we are going to be dropping back Bird Gang Uncensored. It's going to come back on. We're definitely going to get that podcast back rolling as usual.
Yep.
Gene says, sorry to hear about that, AK.
Thank you, my guy. Appreciate you, dude.
So AK not wearing a hat? You know it's a sad day.
Nah, it's just my hair looks so nice. I figured why ruin it, you know?
Right? That's why I don't wear hats in my life, man. I like my hair, man. The curls got to be shining. You know, I do a nice little spray before the show. You know,
right.
Make sure it's looking good, you know? They always like, you got hats, man. I'm like, yeah, I rarely wear them. I think you'll see, like, at the end of a show or something, and someone say something about one of the hats, I might put it on then. I think I probably did like 2 other streams when I started out actually wearing a hat.
No lie, man. You know, all this is my wife. You know, that's what she does for a living. She is a hairstylist, and you know, I suck at it, bro. So like when I try and style my hair, it just comes out looking like worse than what it started. No lie, like I just came out of a suckboard or some shit. So I'm like instantly running to her, like, "Hey, can you help me out here?" And she's like, "What'd you do?" I'm like, "I don't know, just fix it." So
I don't know. Figure it out, please. Help me out there. Help me
do
out there,
something.
man.
Yeah.
So it has been a minute since you've been on the show, man. Like, tell me, what's your thoughts on the Eagles? How you like what they've been doing? You know, let everybody know what your take is right now, heading into
You
this
know,
game.
I feel good going into this game. You know, I've been preaching it all year long, dude, and you know that. I've preached pace. You know, listen, this is a very young team. Jalen's only had 16 games. He's 21 touchdowns, 8 interceptions this year. Not bad for what he has to work with. You know, I would like to see us build around him more and give him a fair chance. Now that's what kind of sucks about it all, though. Too is I hope he plays this weekend somehow, some way. But if he doesn't, it is what it is. I'm okay with it. You know, as long as we win, I don't care. You know, because it's about the name on the front, not the name on the back.
Yeah,
Uh, but you know, I do want to see him play because I believe these last 4 games are crucial in evaluating him. You know, is he the future or not? And him playing these last 4 games and knowing how important they are. If he wins, then you know you kind of have your answer. If he loses, then you kind of have your answer. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
him not playing this game kind of messes that up a little bit. But I mean, you still got 3 games yet, though, too. So, but I believe when he is healthy, he does have to play. So you do know what you moving forward. You know, it's not because I am biased of him and I only want Hurts. No, I you as well. You know, I really do enjoy watching Minshew play. I think what he did in Jacksonville with the limited talent he had there, he did a pretty damn good job. You know, so I can only imagine what he can do with a really solid team around him. So, but I think if you want a fair evaluation, though, to know if he's your future guy, Hurts has to finish out the season. Just because if you bench him now, well, then it's just over, and you might as well just move on from there.
yeah. Facts, man. And for me, I'll say that I'm not even in the mode of even like caring. Like my main thing is Hurts being healthy for the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think Jordan Minshew should be any kind of distraction, any kind of like competition or whatnot for Jalen Hurts. Like Jordan Minshew came in and he did his job. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
We pay him money. He's $1 million quarterback. To
Yep.
come in here and play a good game. He didn't do anything special. He didn't go for like 500 yards, 4 touchdowns, dropping bombs left and right to the point where you gotta be like, wow, he definitely needs to start. He did
Yep.
exactly what Jalen's been doing 5 weeks before, 20 to 25 passes. You know what I'm saying? And he was accurate. You know what I'm saying? He did his thing, and even on some of the things that we had there, like I said before, like some of the things that we even like hate on Jalen for, Gardner
Yep.
kind of shows some of those same characteristics. There's some underthrown balls, which were touchdowns, but still some underthrown balls here and there. You seen the one with Quez where he had to come back, to catch the ball. So it's still, to me, it's like still you're still getting the same, quality of quarterback. But Gardner's been in the league for a lot longer than Jalen. He's been in the league for 3 years now.
Yep.
Jalen that was his 16th game. So
Yep.
Gardner's seen more defenses. He's able, he's seen a lot more coverages. He understands the defense and the way defenses play him a lot more than Jalen Hurts at this stage in his career. And, he went out there, like I said, and did his job. But our main thing was rushing. Like we ran the
Yeah.
ball. We did what we had to do. So, I don't know. I'm more on the boat of like Jalen. I put a couple videos up about Jalen, his press conference and him walking to the press conference, and I seen that that ankle's still not 100%. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like it's not 100%, and I'm at a point where it's like the Washington football team's coming in. You know, 20
Yeah.
people on the list. I don't like to keep saying it because I don't want to get in trouble or whatnot. But 20 people on that list, and you know they have injuries as well. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? To some key players. So, this is the perfect game to go ahead and let Gardner. If anything, that will help boost, if we decide to trade him later on, that help boost his trade value up. And for me personally, I don't want to trade him. I want to keep him. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And let him back up Jalen Hurts for these next couple of years while we're building our team. So, it's a plus plus for us. Jalen's to me is the guy. I think he's earned the right to play next year already. To get put back into the same system. To understand. Take that next step as a quarterback in the NFL. Because he's done some good. Yes, he's done some bad. But even with the bad, like I said, 8 interceptions is not bad. You know what I'm saying? Not too bad for a first time starter. You know?
No,
Like
I think you hit it right on the head there. That was something I was going to ask. Like, that's the question that people maybe should start asking rather than the one that's being asked is, did Jalen do enough to have it for next year? But let's take the franchise quarterback part out of the equation.
mhm,
Has he done enough for you this year to give him one more year? To prove that he can be that guy. Has he done enough? Because when you look at what this team is right now and you look at what it can be in the future, you know, I get it. His lack of arm talent is there, but like I said, the stuff that he lacks you can fix. The things that is already great about this kid, you
mhm,
can't fix that because that's just talent. That's him as a
mhm,
special ability playmaker. Is what he does. You know,
mhm,
but his special abilities make up for the lack of his arm talent. He's going to be your mid-range passer. He's not always going to be that deep ball thrower. He's not. You know, but if you can get him to be consistent in his mid game and short game with his special playmaking ability, Jalen Hurts could be a really, really good threat. Because you got to add game into that.
Yeah, and it's like you gotta stop. Yeah, like you said before. Why is anybody even thinking like franchise? Why? I know we're so dire need for that franchise quarterback. Like you said, he's made. I think personally, he's done enough to play next year. Now after that, like, am I saying Jalen Hurts is the end all quarterback? We never need another one. No, but I am saying under a rookie contract, you got 4 years to make that decision. You know, 4 years of your salary cap staying low.
Yeah.
Where you can actually evaluate and build the rest of the team. So, I think if our team was already built completely to where we didn't have very many holes, and then you add in Jalen playing, so, then it's more of a concern. And now I am looking for the next quarterback. But until that time, until you can
Yeah.
fill all the other holes we got on our team, then you can't really do that. It's not fair to him. It's not fair to the system. It's not fair to the fans. You know what I'm saying? Like, build the rest of this team. Use that, because once you get a franchise quarterback, you got to play franchise quarterback type money.
Yeah.
Everybody calling for all these franchise quarterbacks to come here. And once you do that, guess what? This is going to be the biggest salary cap we've had,
Yeah.
in years. In years. We're going to have the
For sure.
most money we've had as an organization in years. Take advantage of that. 3 first
Yep.
round draft picks. Take advantage of that. Use all your resources to build a championship football team. Jalen Hurts has not done bad enough. I think everybody could agree that Jalen Hurts hasn't done bad enough to say that he can be the guy completely 100%. Like he's had moments. Without Jalen Hurts, we're not sitting in the situation that we're sitting in now. We wouldn't have been in even the good teams that we played in the beginning of the season. We came back in a lot of those games when we almost won those games because of Jalen Hurts. So the boy got talent. He got playmaking abilities, and that's a good start for a first year quarterback.
Of course, man. Of course. I mean, listen, this team believes in this kid. That old line believes in him. You know.
Facts.
Uh, Listen, I get the frustration. I do. But I'm gonna throw something on you here. I'm tired of people wanting a microwave QB. It doesn't work that way. It's not like you can throw him into a microwave, nuke him for 3 minutes, and pops out elite. It doesn't work that way. I saw an interview with Drew Brees the other week, and they asked him, they were like, how did you know you were a true NFL quarterback? He's like, it took me 3 years. He's like, it takes the average back 3 years to know the ins and out of the NFL and to truly be able to hit his peak. He's like, it takes 3 years. This kid's had 16 games. What would Seattle do if they would have let go of Russell after 16 games because they didn't like his arm talent? Or Lamar Jackson in Baltimore because they didn't like his arm talent? Like, where would they be?
Tom Brady, Let's talk
Yeah,
about some of his goals. Tom Brady, Peyton Manning throwing 16 interceptions as a rookie, 28 his second year. You know what I'm saying? Those are turnovers regardless of whether how great they ended up, Like, these are pocket passers. We have a dual threat quarterback that helps out the style offense that we need to play, and that's run first, pass second. I hate how the NFL has become such a passing lead that, it's like every team has to be a passing team. You know what I'm saying? They want all 32 teams to come out and be this passing team, for their passing league. That's not the case, man. There have been plenty of Super Bowls won from a great running attack and great defense. So why can't we be a team that, run first and pass second, Why does it have to be this all of a sudden this, Eagles have to be with the rest of the league and be a pass for team and have that passing quarterback that throws for 4,000 yards a season. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, a lot of Super Bowls. Like I said, even Tom Brady's Super Bowls, the first 3 of them, Tom Brady was only throwing like close to 3,000 yards. Give or take. Some seasons, a couple seasons, it was a little under 3,000. A couple seasons, it was a little bit over 3,000. He wasn't putting up 4,000 yards passing until after Randy Moss came to the team. But everybody calls him the GOAT because he had time to develop. He had time to see every defense, how they play them, how to adjust the coverages, how to do all this stuff. I remember back the argument he had with Belichick when Peyton Manning was already calling his own plays. He was arguing with Belichick, said, please let me call my own plays too, at the line. Let me do that like what Peyton Manning's doing. And then it took another year, but then Belichick started letting them do that. And that's when you see the GOAT that you see today, because it took him time to develop and understand the process to get to that level. Like, like you said, we got to get out of this whole microwave quarterback thing, because you know what? We can go get any quarterback until our coaching staff, this young coaching staff. Like I was just on with Kelsey Nielsen, shout out to her. And I was telling her, like, we have rookie offensive coordinators, offensive position coaches, defensive coordinators, defensive position coaches. It's like even your scout team is not a scout team that a veteran defensive coach will put up for your quarterback to go against. You got these rookies out there giving you their best interpretation of what it could be.
Yeah. No, I do, man, and it's really tough because when I look at our team, man, Nick progressing in the right direction, as far as I can tell, and as far as I see, he, even though he had a rough start, he seems to be getting out of this funk. He seems to be progressing in the right direction. So, he's kind of won a little bit, and as long as he keeps going till the end of the season here, I really don't have any issue with Nick continuing to be the head coach of this team. But, dude, Gannon, I'm sorry, dude, but I do not trust this man. Listen, yes, granted, you could say it could be scheme fit. Okay, whatever. But I don't know. It's a mixed emotion. Some people say, hey, let him take another year. Some don't. But this is what I kind of want to see. I want to see if he's willing to fire someone close to him. This is a good test right here. What's he going to do? Is he going to stop and ride it out, or is he going to change it up and, truly really try and change things. You know.
Hmm. Yeah, because that is a good point that you brought up there. Because I was thinking that too. Like people are like, "Hey, do you think you know the coaching staffs are on a hot seat?" I seen Grant say that the coaching staff on a hot seat. Do you think that they need to, should he be on a hot seat? They move on from him. But I'm like, no, you gotta let all these young guys grow. Like Gannon, on the other hand, he could be fired. You know, because he had veteran defensive players on his side of the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like true veterans on his side of the ball. So it should have made his job a lot easier to coach having these veterans. Now, Sirianni, on the other hand, he's a rookie. Plus, you got like a rookie quarterback. Plus, you got like a rookie receivers. Because even last year, COVID, they didn't really have an off season. You know what I'm saying? Rager was hurt some most of the season. Then you got Quez not playing that much. There's more leeway for Sirianni, but it seems like Sirianni's got it down packed. You know what I'm saying? He understands, okay, I cannot come in passing the ball 40, 50 times. We do got a run game. We do got beasts on our offensive line to block any scheme that you throw at us. So I'm going to run the ball 40 times a game, throw the ball like 20, 25 times a game, and I'm going to win some football games. So he's done his part. Now, what about, Sirianni? I mean, JG. Hey, shout out to Richie. He says, for the $5 super chat, he says, this is to get the garbage band started, BG31. Garbage
The
man. The
garage.
garage band started. Yeah, thank you, my guy, for the studio. Much love to you. He goes, I've been known to play a mean tambourine. Oh, that's what's up, man. We can get a band started. You can play with the tambourine. You know what I'm saying? I can get some drums in there, and we can even start a whole new channel, Richie. It'd be called the Bird Gang, Band of the Year or something like that. We'll figure it out. But hey, shout out for that $5 super chat. But yeah, so it's like, I don't know, man. Like, I want to say
I'll
let them
give you
all.
another one. I'll give you another one. I want to see our wide receiver coach gone. This is his second
He was
year,
here
and I
last
have
year
not
too.
seen. Yeah, I have not seen a jump in Rager or any of these guys below Smith. I mean, Smith, he's in a tier of his own. You can already tell that. And he's a rookie. These other guys, and he's the best one we have. So that says a lot. So I believe we need to get a new wide receiver coach in here.
Yeah, because he's actually seen these guys last year. He should be. These guys should be developed a lot better than what he is.
Yeah.
Like we're not seeing nothing from Rager. Even though I think Rager's thing is a mental thing. And to be honest, I don't think there's any coaching that's going to stop this, downslide of play until he gets it out of his head mentally. Like he's freaking mentally beaten. Broken. The crowd, the fans has got to him. Coach has got in his head. The fans got in his head, and he keeps dropping balls in crucial situation that makes it even harder, for everybody to kind of let off him. He still sees Justin
The
Jefferson
mental
out there.
strength, though.
Huh?
You think he has the mental strength though to come back? I
I don't know.
I, I
I don't
just
think
I
he's.
don't really know if he does. I mean, you saw it that one time when somebody put that tweet out there. Supposedly he flipped out. You know, I don't know, man. Like,
And that's the thing. Carson just could never come back from it.
yeah,
Carson game kept dropping. So Rager's kind of in the same boat right now. I figure than Carson was. Are you going to be strong enough to make it out of that? Because it's not that hard, really. Just come catch some
yeah,
balls. You're a receiver. You get paid to catch a football. All you got to do is
right,
catch some. Make some plays. Guess what? You make some plays, people get off your back. You know?
yeah,
When the game's on the line, you go tell the coach, throw me the ball, catch the ball, you're done. All this social media and all this, critics about Justin Jefferson, all this stuff goes away. To me, it's very simple,
yep,
but I understand the toughness of it, when you got it in your head already. Kind of like Miles Sanders, before he was getting carries. Miles was struggling too. He kept
yeah,
fumbling or dropping passes because he wasn't getting the ball. He was mad. That was a mental thing with Miles Sanders going on. It wasn't Miles Sanders not a good running back. It was he was mentally beaten at the moment, you
yeah.
know. He had that little break, that injury break. You seen him what he did when he came back. He didn't get a touchdown, but he got over 100 yards. You know what I'm saying? Like he's back in the swing of that. Oh, I'm gonna get the ball. Okay, now that I know I'm going into the game where I'm actually get the ball, I can perform better. You know, and you seen him play better. So
Well,
I think he's coming out of that.
I mean, you can't use a guy 20 times in 7 weeks and then, hand the ball off to him over 20 times and expect greatness. There's going to be rust there because you haven't used him. Like it just doesn't happen overnight. Like they always say. So of course he was going to have that first game was going to be really hard on him coming back. One, we didn't use him at the beginning of the year, and then he gets injured. So then he comes back, and then he gets a full work. It doesn't go his way, and then he does have the 100-yard game. But that he just had to work back into it. But now that he's getting used, I don't think you'll see those problems occur anymore.
Exactly. I think you're gonna see him pick up a little bit more, a little bit more.
Yeah.
Oh man. This is the second stream that's happening. Then I don't know what's going on because I didn't even get a telephone call here. I don't know. Let me see if I back out of it and come back in if my stream catch up again.
So, what's going on, everybody? Thank you for stopping in. Shout out to the 10. Appreciate each and every one of you. I see you guys in here having a Dolphins dispute. It's kind of cool. No, I won't lie. Waddle's a beast. I like Waddle so far. He's done a good job. Yeah, EUP takeover. Woo! No. Tua? Oh, I don't like Tua. Yeah. No. Sorry. I'm not gonna say trash, but I don't like him. I mean, you could have so much better, for sure. There. That's better.
Is it good?
Yep. So far.
All right, yeah, man. I don't know what's going on, router or what, because that's this second video in a row. We definitely have to look into that one. But yeah, man, like we were saying, man, it's getting a little bit ridiculous. Like, football's a mental sport. Like I told you, everybody that makes it to the pros is good. And we can tell a whole bunch of crappy players. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the only reason why they're crappy is because they're the mental side of it. Some players only want the money side of it. So once they get an NFL check, they're making more money than they've ever made. They're good. That drive goes away. That whole hunger to play good football goes away. And then some people, when they get that big paycheck, via Fletcher Cox, Carson Wentz, Dak, Zeke, Mari Cooper, all these guys, their game goes down after they get paid. And I know it's a different lifestyle. You do more things. You live another life you haven't lived before and whatnot. And you feel comfortable. And some people, it's not even the money. It's the Super Bowl win. After you win a Super Bowl, now it's like, okay, I won the Super Bowl now. So now I can relax and kind of chill and do more vacationing. I'm not grinding as hard in the off season type thing. So I don't know, man. It sucks.
This is the best way I can put it. The people who are great, receiver wise, like your Amari Coopers and stuff, they are great, and we know they're great because they have a very high skill set. They do, and they can perform based just off their athleticism alone. Okay, but then you have your D Hops, and then you have your Devontae Adams. These guys have what Amari has, but the only difference is they want to be great. You can tell they want to be great. Every moment they step on that field and they play, you can tell at any given moment something great's going to happen as soon as the ball's thrown their way. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just guys that seek out greatness all the time, and then there's guys that once they make it, they just rely on their athleticism more than just the will to want to. And back at it again. What's going on? Oh man, you guys are still going at it with the Dolphins. Keep it up. You're good. Don't get upset. It's almost Christmas.
It's almost Christmas, man. It's frustrating, man. Like, when you want everything to go smooth, but I don't even see
Hey,
the video's not even. Can you see the video? 'Cause I don't even see it on. Oh yeah, yeah. Is it? Are you? Can you see the video on your end?
me?
Okay, good, good. Okay, good. We're good. We're good now. We're
Okay.
back. So
No, so listen, man, I really would have wanted, and I know I'm not going to get it, but I really want Nelson benched, and I would love to see like Tay Gowan or Vincent Jr. or McPherson slide in there, and let's see what one of these young guys have, because I'm really tired of seeing Nelson, dude. Like, no lie. I don't know how you feel about that, but I know I'm not going to get it. Uh-oh.
You
hey, what up, my guy?
had to crash your stream real quick, man.
You had to
Yo,
come
what's
up
good,
in
bro?
here,
What's
my
going
guy.
on?
See what's up. How you doing today?
I'm chilling, man. Football Friday. Waiting for Sunday.
Right?
Wait this Sunday. We're just talking about Rager right now, man. What do you think needs to happen with him?
Um, this is what I gotta say about Rager. Um, some people come into the league expecting to be, more than they are at the time. Rager, I mean, Rager popped on the radar, the draft radar late. It's like, he did his thing one year. The next year, he was going through a little quarterback controversy. He put up horrible numbers, but he came here. We took him in the first round. Basically telling him he the man. His rookie season didn't go as planned. We went out, drafted a number wide receiver, number one. I feel like at that point, instead of Rager stepping up to the competition, I'm taking this number one spot job. He folded. You gotta think, some dude's been the man in every level of football they ever played. Pop Warner, high school, college. They've been the man wherever they was at. It's not that case right now. You saw it with Nelson Aguilar. Nelson Aguilar wasn't comfortable with taking that back seat, but he wasn't the guy to step up and be a number one either. So it's like he was caught in the middle mentally. Like damn, I want to be great for this city, but I'm fighting my own demons at the same time. It's like, it's
Yeah.
just, I think there's a lot of mental with Jalen Rigger because he has all the athletic ability in the world to be a good wide receiver in this league. Probably maybe not a number one, but probably a number two or number three. A dude that's putting up 800 yards a year, probably 8 touchdowns, running back some punts, stuff like that. It's a big mental block right now. It's a big mental block
No,
right now. And
I know, man.
I feel like for him to get over this, he's probably gonna need new scenery. Cause Philadelphia, they lay it on you harder than any city in the world. You go out there, you drop a game winning pass. It's like the end of the world. Next week, you gotta come out and put up 350 yards, 18 touchdowns in one game for them to
Not
even
letting me
like
push
you
any more
again.
comments.
So I think it's just the pressure of the NFL. It's his second season. Nelson ain't blossomed into his third season. I mean, we ain't see all the potential until his third season. Maybe next year, or maybe he needs a new scenery. But I don't think Jalen Rigger is a horrible player. I don't think he's a horrible football player.
I think
No,
he
I
needs to
agree,
definitely
man.
be used differently. Like the way we used him in that Detroit game, jet sweeps, slot, slants. But that comes to the point of what I was going to say too. Anyway, with Nick Sirianni, I feel like he got this 100-page playbook, but he's only made it to page 6. You know what I'm saying? Like he there's so many other things I feel like you could do where we don't have to keep seeing the same recycled plays over and over again. How do you guys feel about that? Go ahead, AK.
Well, what I was going to say on the regular thing is, like a couple of weeks ago too, I feel like, and once I look at these drops and stuff, I kind of feel bad for him in a way because you know what, Howie Roseman put an unwanted target on this kid's back. When he took him in the first round over Justin Jefferson, that's a big statement. And that's not a statement he asked for. That's not something he wanted. Probably, if he could ask him, he probably wouldn't want that. I mean, I guess you could say he's grateful that Howie took him, that high. But at a performance level and what he has to do, well, like Rock said, the capability of doing that is probably not there. So that's an automatic unwanted target. And when people see him do things like that, they automatically dislike this guy. So it's kind of unfair to that point, but that's only because Howie made it that way. So, yeah. And what was your second question?
Nick Sirianni and his play calling, like in terms of like the development of the play calling, his actual playbook, having, I feel like he has so many more plays to do. Like you see games every Sunday where teams are doing different stuff. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? The offense don't look exactly the same. They're doing a lot of different stuff, using a lot of different players, to the best of their abilities, basically. And I feel like he's still stuck on like page 6. Like he had to flip to page 7, 8, 9, 10. He's still stuck on page 6. Maybe because they're young, but at the same time, you got to take the training wheels off sometime, within the season. He's not a rookie coach no more. He's 15 games in. 15 weeks in the NFL season. So we're going to, say, well, regardless, if they can't get these plays 100% right, and we've been winning with some of them, but I'm just saying, like, there's still so much more he can do with that, with the guys we got. I think all of us on the panel could probably think it's a better place to run.
I think it's more execution than play calling. It's like, I see a lot of times where Sirianni, he called the right play. He set the play up perfectly with the run, and we just don't execute it. So maybe it'll look a little bit more prettier if they was actually executing it on the field. A lot of drop passes, a lot of bad route running, missing wide open targets. That's bad execution. It's like the play's there. They be there. The run set up everything. You can run if you dominating on the run and in the running game. You can set up any play you want in your playbook, but they still gonna have to execute it. It's like I done seen Sirianni come out 5 wide. I seen the screen game. I seen the quick pass. I seen the deep pass. We didn't see all of that. If we was a little bit more crisp on our execution, we would have been blowing half of these teams out on them plays. So, he's still young too, like you said. In the skill position is still young. So maybe once they start evolving a little bit more, he can open the playbook up a little bit more. But right now he got to throw basic stuff at him. It's like, I don't even feel like Jalen Hurts know the whole playbook yet. It's like it's probably so much more he can feed this kid, but it's probably not going to be to this offseason, to be honest. If Jalen Hurts sticks around, I feel like we take this offense to another level next year. Go out, probably draft a running back or something like that. Draft another receiver, a true speedster. Quez Watkins he a deep threat. He not a speedster. You get me? You're not putting the ball in Quez Watkins' hand and he taking it 50 yards and stuff like that. He running flower routes, deep posts and stuff like that. He can get over top of the defense, but you need a dude that can work that intermediate and deep. At this point, Quez just a deep threat. So, once he get the players that he want in the positions that he want him in, like another wide receiver, stuff like that, maybe we'll see more from this dude because he come from the Frank Wright tree. Frank Wright is one of the best play callers in the NFL. I'm pretty sure they still talk day in and day out. I know he's not just putting this vanilla offense out there like that, and just because that's the only thing he can run. I mean, he know how to run. It's just we gotta our skill position got to get on par with the play calling. I mean, like I said, at best, Quez is probably number 3 right now. Rager is a practice squad guy, basically, right now. So, I mean, he got limited talent right now. He just working with what he got. And what he got is just lining up in simple I formation and stuff like that and just running the football down people's throat. Because once we try to get into the passing stuff, that's when we fall behind and stuff like that. We got to start. We got to run this kind of offense we running right now. To be honest, we got to run this kind of offense we running right now. So, I mean, hopefully,
you don't feel
that's what I'm hoping they don't do.
If you're in the offense, right, and you're running the same thing over and over, that eventually you will lose confidence in your coaching, play, and calling because the simple fact that he keeps calling the same plays, he keeps doing the same stuff. Like the coach doesn't have enough faith in us to actually run some new plays.
He calling it for a reason, though. That's what I'm saying. There's a reason he doing this because at the beginning he was opening the offense up, and we wasn't executing. Now it's just simple vanilla offense. Run the ball, play action. Run the ball, play action. This is all y'all can handle right now at this point. Because I didn't threw the whole mailbag at y'all. Y'all couldn't execute it. So why would I keep embarrassing this team like that?
Hold on.
Yeah,
I get that to you. Hey, shout out to Jeremiah Butler for the $199 super chat. He said, we need good win this offseason, F. Rager.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's the problem with Philly. You get me? Everybody like F. Rager now. It's like, damn, bro, he's a second-year player right now. I know y'all see all these dudes going off right now, but you got to look at it like this. It took Steve Smith 3 years to become the player he was. Steve Smith was a practice squad player, a punt returner. He probably get in for a little screen and stuff like that. Now he a Hall of Famer. I felt like we gave up on Nelson Aguilar too fast, to be honest.
No, I like Nelly.
Yeah, I felt like we gave up on him too fast. There's so many dudes we done pushed out of here. Rasul Douglas, Sidney Jones, all these dudes around the league hooping right now. And Rager gonna be the same way. He get into a Sean McVay hands, a Sean Payton hands, Bill Belichick. He get into one of them dudes' hands. I promise you, he's gonna be 1,000-yard receiver.
What do you think about it?
Just by default.
What do you think about AK?
Listen, man, I said it and I'll keep saying it. I'm all about patience, man, at this point. I am so tired of giving away talent to people and seeing them succeed on other teams, and then we sit here and have those holes that we have on our defense, and it's like, damn, only if we would have held on maybe a year or two longer. You know, you got to understand, not everyone is going to be in their prime when they come in. It's going to take time to develop. It's always different for everyone. You know, every player learns at their own pace. Some take longer than others. You know, and I mean, my prime example to that is Marcus Epps. I mean, look at Epps. Last year, everyone was like, man, he's trash. Get him off the field, blah, blah, blah. This year, everyone's like, holy crap, he's amazing. We should extend him. It's like, which one do you want? Do you want him gone or do you want him here? You know, so, how you can switch your comments about a man in just one season by the way that he plays. You know, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it happens. You know, Rasul is a beast right now in Green Bay. Now, granted, you could say that is scheme fit. He might be more of a scheme fit for Green Bay, but he's always been a physical corner. You know, and he's always been that guy who will play tough and hard, and he will always attack, always. And you know what? We probably could have really used him this year. Truly, we could have, but we gave up on him too soon. So, what can I say?
You gotta look around the league though. Micah Hyde, Poyer. There's a lot of dudes out there that we gave up on
Eric
fast.
Rowe.
Eric Rowe. There's a lot of dudes out there. We gave up on Grugier Hill over there balling for the Texans. He they leading tackler right now. Like we gave up on dudes way too early, bro. It's like that's Philly though. We had a talent here. We don't know how to groom them, raise them. We give up on them. They go somewhere and they ball. That's what I'm saying. It's Rager's second year in the NFL. This is his second year. Y'all see dudes like DK, Jefferson, all those dudes. They hooping right now. Yeah, they are. Jamar Chase, all those dudes. But a lot of guys move at their own pace, like AK said. It's like, come on, bro. Like, y'all, we don't give nobody a chance.
And for me, it's not even just the fact that those guys are hooping at their own pace. It's the fact that they have developed experienced coaching staffs teaching these guys, calling these plays.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think a huge thing, like we were saying, like, yeah, I was saying, like, he needs to open up the playbook because I feel like you were like, well, you know, he can't go past because, you know, the talent level he has around him. And I feel like he just messed up his approach to the season. You know, when he first started, he did so many pass plays off jump without running the ball, it kind of threw his whole mental off where now he's just running the ball and he kind of forgot about some of those past plays, you know what I'm saying? Like, where you got to stay balanced with both. You know what I'm saying? You got to show your coaching skill. We done hit a point that our team is one of those teams that come out and they wait. They wait to see what the other team's doing. You know what I'm saying? Well, how are they stopping the run game? How are they going to stop a couple of pass plays that we do? And then we make adjustments and our team looks good. You know, on defense, what are they going to bring? We're going to sit back in this two shell and see what you're going to bring us. We need to be aggressive on the coaching side of the ball. They need to say, forget that. If you want your mark, how you think Sean McVay got big? He just started calling plays. You know what I'm saying? He came out firing. Boom, boom, boom. Stop me if you can. You know, because I'm bringing some heat with me. You know, that's confidence in coaching. And I feel like these guys are still acting like rookie coaches instead of being these confident coaches that they get paid to be.
No, that's facts. I can agree with that, man. I agree with what you both just said. You know, I believe that, you know, they do need to be more aggressive. I believe they do need to, you know, they do need to pull up their big boy panties and get to work here and just start, you know, eat at them, you know, open it up a little bit. Keep doing what you're doing. I agree we run the ball. Why fix something that's not broken? If they can't stop it, then just keep doing it. You know, I mean, that's one way I look at that. You know, of course, you got to throw the ball from time to time, but if they can't stop the run game, there's no reason to stop running. So, and then on his point, you know, I believe that is true. If you can sit here and truly say that Jalen Hurts deserves another year or he's earned another year just by what he's done this year alone, then yes, I believe this offense does take a whole nother step forward next year. Because this will be the first time Jalen Hurts has ever had an offseason with the same offense. You know, he won't have to go into next season learning a new offense. He can just kind of roll over from this year and what new plays they add in, they just pitch it to him. He learns it. And who knows, you know. I hope we do go get Godwin or we get like Williams or somebody in that caliber of wide receiver in a vet sort of way. And someone who can make an impact with Smith and still let Rager learn, you know? And, but yeah, I mean, dude, it's sky's the limit if we do it right. You know, you got to realize last year we had little bit amount of cap to work with. You know what I mean? Little bit. We could only get so many people for a limit that we had. So for a rebuild or a retooling team, however you want to phrase it, having 6 wins, I'm right now. They're doing a pretty damn good job for what they are limited with and what they're going up against.
And I like this comment that Grant said. He said it's on Sirianni. He needs to develop these guys. He has to break open that playbook and needs to really try to use these guys, his weapons, before giving up on them. Like, you know, like it is your job to make sure you get these players in the right position. Do you think it's a possibility that he felt like coming into the season that he had so many playmakers? Because we all see how many playmakers. They're all young on offense, from our receivers, our quarterback, our running back. There's so many young playmakers that's where he's having a hard time really figuring out how to get all of them involved in the game. Like, did you hear him come out talking about it? Yeah, we need to worry about, when they ask you, what about, Goddard, or what about, Quez? Yeah, we do need to work on trying to get him involved more in the game. Do you think that that's one of the problems that he's having young in his early coaching career?
I mean, that you could be correct. It's like we say all the time. He's a young coach. Now we see this, and everybody like clamoring for another receiver, all these weapons and stuff. But we can't even get the ones we got involved in the offense. So I mean, it's gonna have to be a lot of little maneuvering, shaking and maneuvering during the offseason. He's gonna have to get better as a play caller. If you're gonna call the plays, you're gonna have to get better as a play caller. So, I mean, I just look at it like this. Like AK said, like you said, this was supposed to be a rebuilding year. We could possibly win 10 games this year in a rebuilding year. So I feel like for a dude in his first year, like with all this complaining and stuff Eagles fans doing, I feel like he's doing a hell of a job at this point. It's like we could be in top 5 at getting picking in the draft right now. We could be the Giants. We could be Miami. We could be any of those teams right now. But we still floating along right now. I mean, we in a great position right now. We control our own destiny. And I mean, if they could pull this get us in these playoffs, that's a successful first season for a head coach.
Facts.
Now all you could do now, you just start stacking off of that whole offseason. You change a little bit what you did this offseason. Maybe a little bit more conditioning, maybe a little bit more team. You never know. It's little stuff like that. I mean, make dudes feel like they actually a part of the offense, like in the offseason. Make Rager and those guys feel like they actually a part of this offense. So, I mean, I feel like he can be doing better, but I feel like as of right now, he's done a successful job this season.
No, not just that, man, but when you sit there and you go and you say, hey, that's my guy, we're going to stick with them, we're going to develop these guys, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and then you just walk away from them, like, what's that proving to everyone else in that locker room? You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, anyone's disposable at any moment, at any time. Like, there is no trust. It's not about, brotherhood. It's not about teamwork. It's not about development. It's about if you just don't play good, then you're just out of here. You know what I mean? So you can't have that being some players think of this organization as well. So if you've put it out there that you believe in someone, you go just because it's setting an example for others, and it's not a good one.
Right.
Yeah, I was on with Gate City, and we were going over Cordell Patterson tape this year and how they use him over there in Atlanta. Do you think that will be a good scheme? How they kind of use Cordell Patterson in for Rager moving forward?
Exactly. Cordell Patterson, Percy Harvin. There's a lot of dudes that came in with Rager's skill set, and they just had to get to the right offensive coordinator to deploy him. It's like, even Nelson Aguilar, us switching him from outside receiver to the slot, that was the best thing we could ever do for the dude. Like, he had his most successful season out of being the third wide receiver. So, if you could bring in, or you could develop a Quez Watkins, and you could keep Rager as like a third receiver or something like that, or even a fourth receiver, a dude that come in, you could play him out of the backfield, stuff like that, then maybe they should start trying stuff like that. Like, play him out the backfield, get the ball in his hands fast. Match him up with a linebacker or something like that. Like, it's ways you could deploy a Jalen Rager. He's not trash. That's what I be trying to tell people. He's not trash. He's just It's just that he got to get through that mental block. Like a lot of young wide receivers in the NFL, he got to get through that mental block. But I feel like there's ways you can deploy this dude because we seen it happen across the league. Perfect example, Cordero Patterson. Cordero Patterson was a wide receiver. They playing him as a running back right now. Percy Harvin was a wide receiver, but they play him all over the field, out of the backfield, everything. Just,
It's like
I mean,
you get the ball in his hand early at that running
facts.
back type, jet motion type thing to build his confidence up for the game, and then you throw him out there. Like we were going over tape with Percy. I mean, not Percy. Cordell Patterson. Earlier in the game, he had him as a running back, but then later on in the game, he caught deep ball touchdowns because now he's confident. Now you go line him up out there at his normal position. Now he's going to do better out there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to learn how to get these guys started. And like I was saying, in terms of like the play calling, it's like there's even still like I feel like a lot of simple plays like just normal back swing, screens and whatnot. Those type of plays, getting those guys started out with that. It seemed like we run the same 3 screen plays over and over again. Like there's so many I don't know people that play Madden, but if you play Madden, there's a whole column for screenplays. You got like at least 100 different types, different formations, different running back, tight end, all 3 receivers, where you can really utilize your screen game to help you out here too. You know what I'm saying? To get the balls in these guys' hands a lot faster.
You could read.
Well, let me throw another one at you. How about the way the 49ers use Brandon Ayuk? That would fit Rager very well.
Or more Debo.
Huh? Or Debo, I guess. Sorry, not Brandon Ayuk. Yeah, Debo. My bad. Yeah, you could definitely use him in a Debo type situation, which would not be bad for him.
Rager also playing Rick out the backfield also can help Jalen Hurts out too, because you running those option plays and stuff like that. He can be in those option plays. You get me? He can be in those option plays. Even if you don't get a football to him, he'll be a great decoy. And if you give it to him a couple times, he break off a couple runs. Now you got another weapon out of that backfield. Maybe it's not switching his position, but it's just using them all over the field. It's use them all over the field. You got to get a little bit more creative, with your personnel. We don't got the greatest personnel, but now you got to use these dudes to their best ability.
Yeah.
What do you guys say about this about Hurts? He said, Sergeant Hollowpoint says, I like Hurts. Dude's an unbelievable athlete, but he runs too much. And it seems like we only win when Hurts runs. Hurts needs to be more of a passer. The running stuff will wear off.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. The pocket passing will come with time. No lie, the pocket passing will come with time. The more and more he plays in the NFL,
because I feel like
it'll develop over time. It's the same way that Lamar's been developing, the same way Russell Wilson developed, the same way all these quarterbacks are developing. They don't all know everything either. It develops over time, and he'll get it. Don't worry. You can see the work ethic in him. He has it. So I'm not worried. He'll take care of what he needs to take.
And if you look back at Russ, he ran a lot too in the beginning of his career. He ran a whole lot.
Yeah.
I think he was averaging 700 yards a season. He was running a lot until he developed as a passer. So that goes back to what I've been saying. Philadelphia fan base has no patience for no one. It's y'all always want the best thing. Y'all never let dudes develop, and that's how we lose out on. What? I'm not cursing.
No, they would say we use it.
No, it's this whole team is young. It's what we going? And this is what I want to know. What we gonna do? Who y'all want to get? Y'all want to draft one of these quarterbacks in the draft? Malik Willis gonna have to develop. Pickett, all of them, they gonna have to develop. If we're gonna have another season like prior to the season last year, where we was scratching and fighting to get the 4 wins. Or you could have a Jalen Hurts, a dude that just went through war this whole season. Next year he come more prepared. I mean, he get with the right people in the offseason. Stuff like that. Work on his pocket awareness, all that kind of stuff. And now you got a legit, quarterback that can get you some more wins, get you to 10, 11 wins. So, y'all got to pick what y'all want because all y'all going to do is complain next year once we draft a quarterback. So, all the Jalen Hurts hate. See me, I don't hate on Jalen Hurts. I analyze and I see it and I just talk about it. I'm not the fan that's gonna be like, oh yeah, he's awesome and stuff like that. He need a lot of work. But any quarterback we get gonna need a lot of work unless we throwing all this capital at an already established quarterback. Now our team is effed up. So I gotta pick y'all poison. I'm rocking with Hurts. I want him here.
Well, and I think the best question to ask, man, is all right. Well, you want a new quarterback, you want Russell Wilson, you want Pickett, you want one of these guys or Watson. And you bring them in. Go ahead and do it. But whenever this team is still having Smith, Watkins, and Rager to throw to next year, and the same crappy defense that we're working with this year, and we don't win, then what's your excuse? That's my ultimate question. What's the excuse then? Oh, I thought it was the quarterback, right? Well, when you're not winning, then what's going to be the excuse after that? Oh, they didn't go around.
And then look at all your top quarterbacks.
We just said
the very number one quarterback in the league. He's a little bit over 3,000 yards passing, right? And these top quarterbacks, they don't have rushing yards. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about 100, maybe 200 rushing yards for these top quarterbacks with 3,000 yards, right? Look at Jalen's stats here. You know what I'm saying? We still got some 4 games left. He's 2,400 yards passing. 13 and 8. That's all right. But then he also has 700 yards rushing. That puts him in the 3,000 yards total. That's what I always say with Jalen, you got to look at his total yards, his total touchdowns. That's 21 touchdowns, 3,000 yards. Now, if that was all passing, none of us would have a word to say right now about Jalen Hurts' season. He will be the number one quarterback passing in the league right now, or at least top 3, top 5 in terms of passing yards. But so what? He's learning defenses, but he's still putting up more stuff, with his legs to help make up for that learning process. 3,000 yards, 3,100 yards and 21 touchdowns in week 15, and you missed the game. That's good stats.
I don't feel like Jalen got a lot he need to work on, but the stuff he does need to work on is major. You get me? Pocket awareness, accuracy. That stuff you can work on. But the stuff Jalen Hurts brings to the game, you can't teach that. The athleticism, the stuff like that. You can't teach stuff like that. Now you just get that guy that can come in there and balance it out for him. Slow his mind down a little bit, make it a little bit easier for him because I feel like a lot of times he does panic in the pocket too fast. That comes with growth though. I feel like a lot of times
that was more in the beginning of the season as opposed to his last couple of starts that he was throwing a little bit less. We actually seen him slide up in the pocket, work the pocket, and make passes. You know what I'm saying?
It's not that. It's good. It's cool. You can see it on maybe a play or two, but it's just the consistency part. You get me? It's the consistency part. When stuff break down a little bit, Jalen Hurts reverts back to what he knows, and that's using his legs. There's nothing wrong with that. He's a young quarterback. He's just trying to get yards. But sometimes you got to sit in there and take that hit and deliver that ball. We all can agree on that. Sometimes that's what the time called for. You got to do it. And it feels like Jalen Hurts, he'll give you a smooth, probably 2 or 3 throws, and then it just be that 1, 2, 3 throws that just be like, damn, what the hell was he looking at? Or he didn't set his feet, he threw off his back foot when he didn't have to. It's all repetition. He just got to rep it a lot. You get me? He just got to rep it a lot during the all season. He's gonna be okay, bro. I promise you he is. He's mentally strong enough to handle the pressure in Philadelphia. He already getting through that stage. Now everything else is just football.
I'm probably going to get a lot of backlash for this comment, but frankly, I don't care. All right. How many and everybody wants an MVP quarterback, right? We'll answer this. In the last, we'll just say 15, 20 years, how many quarterbacks other than Tom Brady, because that doesn't count. He wins like MVP all the time back in the day and won the Super Bowls. But other than what other quarterbacks that were MVPs have won the Super Bowl?
Not many. There's not many. I can't even really name Patrick Mahomes. That's about it. Yeah, that's about it. Patrick Mahomes.
And that's my point. You don't need an MVP quarterback to win Super Bowls.
Thanks.
Yeah, good defense, good running game, and a quarterback that's not turning over the ball. And as you see, Jalen Hurts has got some of the least, stats in terms of interceptions and turnovers out of any of these starting quarterbacks this year. He only got 8.
I agree. I agree with
guys under 8 right now.
I agree with this comment though. Put that back up, AK. I mean, we gotta be real about some things. Not every player will develop beyond the time rush. I agree with that though. But I mean, you could say it that way because
too early to say what he is, though.
Right, there's a lot more misses than hits in the NFL. But I mean, you still gotta try. You still gotta at least see what you can max out on dudes. See what you can maximize out of these dudes. It's like giving them 1 year and then throwing them away. That's not helping the team. That's not helping the players. Not helping nobody at all. I mean, so you got to at least see what you got. See what you got. If he come back and if he comes back next year and he hasn't developed, beyond what he has done this year, then yeah, this is third season in the NFL. I mean, it's like now you could be a little bit concerned, but I'm not concerned at all. We still in position to make the playoffs. And how bad y'all been talking about Jalen Hurts? We still in a position to make some noise in this playoffs. So, I mean, that's all you can really ask for from a young quarterback right now. Trent Dilfer ain't winning MVP.
Agree,
he said
it's
MVP
like,
quarterbacks
like you were
that won
just
the
saying about
Super
that
Bowl.
playoff burst, guys. Like, honestly, there wasn't very many people starting this year saying Eagles were going to make the playoffs. So if they do that alone, everybody gets a pass till next year. To me, everybody, all the coaching staff gets a pass. Even JG, Rager gets a pass. Hurts gets a pass. All these guys get a pass for at least one more year.
How we get
Let's
a
see what
pass
we can do with this money. We can see what we can do with these draft picks to upgrade the team itself. But everybody gets a pass, man.
How we get a pass too?
I mean, think about it, dude. We sit here and we scout these guys in college for 3 to 4 years to find out what they're going to be in the NFL. It is unfair to sit here after 16 games and truly say, "Oh, this is what Jalen's going to be." I mean, hell, it's 16 games. You know what I mean? Like, if we were in the end of his second year, okay, I to agree with you a little more, but that's the end of next year, not this year. I think we'll know more about him at the end of next year, truly, and you'll know whether or not you want him to be that guy.
Facts.
What if we only win 9 games? No playoffs. That's still a win to me.
That's still a win.
Yeah.
Really?
We
already won. For real.
You just traded your franchise quarterback and then went to the playoffs the next year. That's like, bro, that's like really unheard of. Usually, a team trade their franchise quarterback, it take them 2 to 3 years to even be in playoff contention. We got a chance to be in this playoffs right now. So it's like, that's a win right there. And if you get in, who knows? Who knows how far you could go once you get in there?
Facts. We are 17 up now. There should definitely be 17 likes on the likes chart, my guys. Go ahead and hit that like for your boy. And subscribe to my boys. Their links are inside the chat. AK Eagles Uncensored, and One Trey Rizak. I think I said this on your live, BIRDGANG. We're going to be a tough out in the playoffs. Nobody wants to play a running heavy team. Facts.
At all.
Like, I really
especially if
think
you
that's
playing
the
in the
reason why we
cold.
win the last 4 games, and that is the reason why we could still even make some noise because we got an offensive line that are monsters, man, and they've planned together. They're like forming these brohams. You know, Landon Dickerson and Mark Malat are like best friends now. If we get Brooks back and Lane Johnson, they're best friends now. You already know how many games we win with those guys. It's like putting them all together on the same line. We upgraded our line. You know what I'm saying? And we still got the number one all rushing team in the league. We already went against the best defenses, and we've already ran all over them. So how are you gonna stop it?
I feel
You
like
know,
if we get the Rams in the first round, we gonna win that game. The Rams are a finesse team. You see when teams play physical with them, they lose. So it's like we go into LA. I feel like we take that dub. And then from there we rocking out. So I mean, it's a good thing we making it team like Nina said. Teams don't want to play us. We are run heavy, physical football team. Teams do not want to play us. They praying we don't get into the playoffs.
yeah,
They'd
no,
rather play
I
a team like a Minnesota Vikings or somebody like that. They'd rather play those dudes. They a finesse team too. We coming all physical, all nastiness. Nobody want to play that in the playoffs.
yeah, no, I agree, man. You know,
I'm about to put
and
it on for you, bro. I got you. Hold on.
the biggest thing I look at is because no one had us winning anything at the beginning of the year. I mean, literally, they had us 4 wins or lower. Like they really were putting us out big. And the fact that you even if you make the
There you go.
playoffs after those doubts, man, I'm telling you what, this team is going to be nasty. And I'm not talking as in a good way, but as in the runway. Because, dude, you know in 17 how it was an underdog story. No, this would be a true underdog story. You're talking about a team that had no chance in hell at the beginning of the year. Everyone truly was like down and out on these guys. And then somehow, some way they sneak in. Like if you just give them the taste of the playoffs because they do all the hard work to get there, yeah, man, this offense could become very dangerous in the run aspect because I don't think you'd be able to stop them by that point. You know, because it's like Kelsey used to say, "What hungry dogs eat." Right?
Yeah, that's facts, man. And like like I know people like he said we couldn't beat LA would beat us. Like LA could possibly beat us. Is it possible? Yes. Will
Yeah.
we be favored for that game? Probably not. But I'm saying the way our running game is running right now, you're keeping you know Stafford and boys off the field. They can't score points. If you keep the offense off the field, they won't score points. You can win that game.
All right.
And that is our strength right now. It's the running game. And we'll still be putting points on the board with it, controlling the clock, scoring touchdowns. It's like that is the number one defense against a team like the LA Rams. They got a lot of small, good
Yeah.
defenders over there, but we got giants on our offensive line. These boys are like the old school Cowboys type line boys. These boys are mountain movers, road graders. So we can ride these guys all the way to the Super Bowl, man. If you really think about it, like there's not too many teams in our way to get there. Everybody knows we can beat Dallas again. I think we can beat Dallas again if we run the ball the way we're running the ball now. We didn't run the ball that first Dallas Cowboy game. We were throwing the ball like 40 times in that. We threw the ball like 40 times in that game. That's not going to beat Dallas. You know, we can beat the team like the Rams. We can beat even the Green Bay Packers keeping Aaron off the field. Any team you can keep the best weapons off the field by running the ball, you got a chance, my guy.
And then have you seen the teams that beat LA this year? They play basically the same style of football that we play every week. They ran the football on them, stayed in short yardage, kept the offense off the field. San Francisco dominated them with the same game plan we run every week. Bro, they're not a physical football team. They're not fit. They finesse. Go pick up an Odell Beckham, Cooper Cup. All them dudes is finesse players, and it ain't got no physical player on their team except Aaron Donald. Everybody else is finesse. So and Jalen Ramsey physical too. I'm not gonna lie, but I seen teams beat up on them dudes just running the football, getting
Yeah.
5-10 yards a pop on these dudes just running the football. So, I mean, it's a possibility we can go down there and get a win in LA if we happen to play LA. So I mean, y'all just gotta now we y'all gotta just be on the ride for right now. I mean, and if we don't
Yeah.
make it, we don't make it. But at the end of the day, I feel like this is a successful season.
Yeah. Let's talk about a couple of other key things about this upcoming game, man. Ryan Kerrigan, man. We have not seen 0% production from this guy all season. Like, I remember when they said he's actually played in all like 13, 14 games. That shocked me because I haven't seen him. You know what I'm saying? He's been MIA to me in my book, but they said he's played in all these games. Do you think going against your former team, they kind of did you dirty, got the young guys, they was like, hey, we don't need you no more. He can finally put some stats up on the board.
I think he should be able to. I mean, they're down to their third string QB. Or no, Heineke's full participant. That's right. So they will have Heineke, I guess. But still, I mean, they're missing Logan Thomas. You know, that's a big weapon for them. But I believe we'll be able to stop Gibson. You know, and as long as we can put pressure on Heineke and disrupt the pass, we should be okay. You know, I believe we should be able to run this ball right down their throats defensively without a problem at all. Uh,
Okay.
Whoever the halfback may be, man, you should be able to easily put up 100 yards on this defense. You know, there's no excuses for that. Don't put ourselves in situations that we don't need to be in, and don't shoot yourselves in the foot. You know, just play a very good, fundamental, smart football game, and just take what the defense gives you and go home with the W. Seriously,
Mm-hmm.
that's all I want, man.
It's the same for me, man. It's like we shouldn't have. I mean, it's a divisional game, so I mean, they always come to play no matter who on the field. But we shouldn't have too much problems with this team. I think Terry McLaurin is playing, but he's not 100%. I think McKissick is back, but they lost a lot of their defensive players this week. Allen, they big run stopper. He's not going. He's down for this game. Um, so that should be at our advantage. We should be able to dominate them in the trenches. I mean, I say the game plan. I mean, because the way it's looking right now, I don't think Hurts going to play this week. So it's probably going to be Mitchell. We can stick to basically the same game plan last week. Limit the throws, run the football, dominate the clock. We get out of there with a W. Sirianni just can't try to get too cute like he does in certain games. He can't try to get too cute. He can't try to go out and just guns blazing, try and pass the football all over the lot. I think Miles will be back and Jared Howard. So that plays to our advantage. So I mean, I feel like we're gonna dominate this team if we stick to the script.
Yeah.
Do you think
No,
that what was I about to say? Oh man, I had something. What was I gonna say about the game? Do you think if Garner Minshew comes through, people will really get mad if he has a bad game? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you think that if Hurts, I know his ankle's not 100%, but there's things, wrap it up, give him a shot, to get him to get out there and play. Would you rather have a not 100% Hurts to make sure? Because these games are crucial. Like, we can lose, but we need help once you start getting that losing boat. You know what I'm saying? We really need to win out for sure, if we want to get to these playoffs. Like, we win out, it's in. No, but ifs, ands, or buts. We're in there. Like, do you want your starting quarterback toughen up, play this thing out, or you giving Minshew another chance where everybody's seen a nice game from Minshew, but like I said, it wasn't a world-beating game. He did what he had to do. People were wide open. He hit them. We won against the Jets. Every team we play from here on out, maybe besides the Giants, are better than the Jets. Washington's better than the Jets. Cowboys better than the Jets. I would even say the Giants are better than the Jets too. If you want to go ahead and say it, like these all the best. You put it like knowing his history, couldn't to get you in the playoffs.
Go ahead, man.
Either one of you guys.
I feel like at this point, it's kind of hard to judge because Jalen Hurts Jalen Hurts not being 100% is different from another quarterback not being 100% because he relies on his legs like 60 to 70% of the time. And if his ankle is messed up, he's not going to be as effective as he usually be. And that's kind of going to force him to be a pocket passer. So, I mean, it's a roll of the dice right now. I mean, he had 3 weeks to heal up. He should be okay, or not okay, but I mean, there's a million people in the NFL beat up at this point. So, I mean, I feel like if he could get out there and you feel like he's going to still be effective, you got to play Jalen Hurts. But if he's still hobbled, he's not moving right, then you play Minshew. Man, I don't feel like either one of those are bad. I don't feel like either one is a bad situation. So whoever we go out there with this week, hopefully they execute the game plan and we win. That's all I care about.
Yeah, I agree, man. Like I said at the beginning, I care about the name on the front, not the name on the back. But the one thing I will say is if he is healthy, you do start him because, like I said, we all know how these next four. We want to see how he responds in these next 4 games. If he can go out there and win them out, then we know we might have something there moving forward. So then maybe the QB question is off the table for 1 year. But if he goes out and he loses, then hey, well, either it's going to be Russell, Watson, or Pickett at that point. But at least you got to give them a chance to fail. And we're at a situation right now where realistically this isn't going to be a Super Bowl team, but realistically we could make it in. But in the end you have to let that up to him. Because inevitably that this is what's going to make or break him. So that's the way I look at it, man.
Well, yeah, like I
agree.
said, I feel like I want to see Hurts play. Like unless he's like 70% or below, then you don't play him. But if Hurts is like 80%, 90%, play him straight up. Play him. Because it's going to show your toughness as a quarterback. We've seen plenty of quarterbacks before in the NFL with broken body parts come out on that field and still play football. There has to come that point where you just man up. It is your ankle. You are a dual threat. But this is your time to prove to the world that you can throw the ball to. And you just got to hand the ball off, my guy. Just you being out on the field, running those RPO plays is going to pull the linebackers. Because they don't know how good you are. They don't know how healthy you are at that time. And they're probably going to have third and fourth string linebackers playing. Like these guys are just trying to go out there and make a play. So they're going to be overreactive towards everything you do. Play. You know what I'm saying? Build that confidence. Get the city back behind you. The last time you were out here, you shut the field. You know what I'm saying? You play like crap. Go out there, show some toughness, and play some football, man. Like, I don't want to leave our playoff hopes in Gardner Minshew's hands. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we know what Gardner Minshew can do. He got beat out by Foles. Got beat out by Trevor Lawrence. He was on a crappy team, but he still got beat out by these guys, too, at the same time. Hurts has a way higher ceiling.
I don't feel like he got beat out by Foles. I feel like they paid Foles a lot of money and they had to play him. I don't feel like he got beat out.
But you only pay a lot. Gardner was already starting there. So you wouldn't have went out and paid Foles all this money if you thought Gardner was the guy.
That's true.
Like this guy, it's got our playoff. And like, yes, we shouldn't even be there, whatever some people might say, or whatever. But the fact that it's right there for the taking. And who knows what happens if a miracle happens and the Cowboys lose to the Giants, and then they go next week and they lose to the freaking Cardinals, which I think that's happening.
That's going
You
to
know,
happen. Yeah.
that's 2 losses. Now you're looking at the Week 17 game as being a for the NFC East championship type game. Like we still can win the championship, the division championship. The one thing that matters first on any playoff run before the playoffs, you try to win your division first. You got to have that kind of mindset. You know, as long as that window of winning the division championship open, you got to play all your guys full steam ahead. Is what I say.
Yeah, but but you don't want to put Hurts out there if he's not going to play his game because he hurt though. It's like I don't. That's what you have backups for. They got to step up in these times. That's what Foles did. Foles stepped up when Wentz went down. I mean, if it's called for, Gardner Minshew gonna have to step up if Hurts can't play. So at the end of the day, I mean, I feel like this team gonna have to rally. It's not even about the quarterback at this point. This whole team is gonna have to pick each other up. Like when Foles went down. That Minnesota Vikings game, I feel like that was one of the best Philadelphia Eagles football games I saw in my life. Because you got to think about it. They came in there, they punched us in our mouth from the rip. We responded. Like 40 unanswered points? It's like, bro, you got to it's not about the quarterback right now. It's about the team as a whole. How you going to respond to this situation right now? Your starting quarterback is like, and he banged up right now. He's not here with y'all. So now everybody else got to pick their level of play up. It's not even about the quarterback. Everybody else got to pick their level of play up around them, whoever out there. So this the time right here where you find out what your team made of. When you got these situations right here, when you backed into a corner, you got all these teams on your tail. Everybody tied up for real. Now you got to pull away from these dudes. Let's see how this team respond. I don't feel like it's even about the quarterback at this point.
Yeah, it's not. It is a team sport,
No.
and the team is what gets you to playoff. But I think that will even make the team more fired up to have your leader go out there and show guts and say, "I'm going to lead us here to the playoffs, my guy. I will be out here. I just need you guys to step up and play with me." You know what I'm saying? You're looking for that inspirational spark. You know what I'm saying? That's one little spark, and that could be it. Showing your guts. You know what I'm saying? This Philadelphia, you know, they like seeing that Rocky type mentality. You know, you got your butt whooped all round the first couple of rounds, and you came back and won at the end. That's what it's all about. Now come up, you know, Jalen Hurts been out for what, 2 weeks now? It's about to be a third week of not playing no football. You know, like I understand high ankle sprains take a little bit longer. I do understand, but at the same time, my guy, you should have got enough massages, enough, treatment going on, to wrap that thing up tight. You got professional trainers out there. I've had my ankle sprain, and I've had my cleats spatted up pretty good to the point where it kept my ankle straight, and I went out there and played some football. Let's go, And like I said, that could be the motivation we need. And Jeremiah, to answer your question, I don't. I think it doesn't matter what happens these last 4 games. I have what I want to happen. It doesn't matter what happens these last 4 days. Jalen Hurts will have to go out there and bomb like he did in New York 3 games in a row for me to say he's not the guy next year.
Exactly. Yeah, I second that. Like he'd have to go out and have 3 games like he did against the Giants for me to even say that.
Even then, it's like, I mean, what we gonna do? We gonna turn back into the team that just hopped from quarterback to quarterback. I mean, you gonna have to rock with somebody, and then bringing one of them older guys in. What that give you 2, probably 3 years at max, and then you back at where you started at. So, I mean, we got to get that quarterback in here that's gonna be with us for the next 5 to 10 years. And I don't know where it's gonna come from. I don't know who it's gonna be, but I don't want to get back into that situation where we running through quarterback at the quarterback. We need somebody solid right there, and then you could just build around them. You could build around him, put some
No,
talent around him.
I wouldn't take a vet, Rock. I'm with you on that, bro. What I would do is, if that would happen, scenario wise, hypothetically speaking, I'd grab somebody in the draft, and then I'd bring them in to challenge Hurts with Gardner Minshew if we don't trade him, and just let them three battle it out at that point,
Right.
But you says at
And
the
what do
end
you
of the
think
season.
about? And that's another thing I was talking about earlier with this receiver situation. Yes, develop these guys, but what do you think about saying forget it? I'm not going into the draft, even going for another number one, because I think we still need a number one receiver. Like I'm not slating nothing on Devontae Smith. The dude's a baller, you know, but he reminds me of a Ridley type guy. If you go out there, don't go draft another first round young guy to add to these young guys. Leave these young guys alone. Go get you a bona fide number one top flight receiver. You know, spend that money on Adams. We got a lot of extra money. You know, even if it's only like a 3-year deal, you can give him a huge signing, upfront signing bonus to, make up that cap difference. Get a guy like Devontae Adams in here. So then Smitty becomes your number two, which now he's going against lesser talent with, the coverage will get slide over to Devontae Adams' side of the field, and he'll really have an opportunity to really ball. Not saying he's not balling, but go and get you that bona fide guy, not a guy that you have to worry about developing, a guy that you have to worry about, oh, is he going to ball this game? Is he going to ball this game? Some guy that every game in, game out, he's going to be a gamer, and we ain't got to worry about it.
Right.
Unfortunately, man, I think you're going to have to take Devontae Adams off that list because I am a strong believer that Aaron Rodgers is not leaving Green Bay. I know what everybody is thinking, but for some odd reason, listen, man, in my way, there's no other place for him to win but there. No lie. I mean, Green Bay is his
But
best chance.
everybody thinks
If
Aaron
if it,
is going to
if
leave.
it's
So if Aaron does
salvageable,
go,
I know, but I don't think it's as bad as what people make it out to be. I mean, Rodgers has even stated that's his home, dude. He loves that place. He loves playing in Green Bay. And I don't think this close to being at the end of his career, he's going to give that all up. If he's only playing 2 more years, but I don't think either one of them are going anywhere. That's just my hot take. We'll see. If he does, he does. Um, but no, I'm aiming towards like Robinson, Godwin,
Goodwin or Godwin.
Godwin or Williams. That's my three I'm aiming for.
Yeah. And actually, there's
I
a lot.
really
I
like
was looking at that list, man. There are a lot more other good receivers coming in. Going to
it.
be free agents this next coming season. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That definitely will be a step above the receivers we have. Hell, I wouldn't even be opposed to going to go get, if we could talk, Larry Fitzgerald come play. Because that's a guy you can still use your benefits and your speeds from your young receivers, and he can teach them how to be pros, how to run routes, and he's a sure-handed catcher when you need him in those third down, fourth down, situations. You can throw Larry in there. He don't need, to be on the field 100% of the time. You can only, minimize how much he's actually playing, but those are guaranteed catches. You throw the ball to Larry Fitzgerald on third down, he's catching that ball.
Well, Larry Fitzgerald already made it clear if he was to come back, he going back to Arizona. So, I mean, that's out of the picture. I would love to bring him in though to be a veteran presence, but he already said if he come back, he ever come back, he's staying in Arizona. So, I mean, there's other guys out there like a T.Y. Hilton to be a free agent next year. You could go out, probably pick him up, let him play something for you. Allen Robinson out there. He gonna be a free agent next year. Mike Williams. There's a lot of dudes out there that
from
you could go out
Cincy,
and try
Boyd
to
from
grab.
Cincy,
Huh?
Kurtz from Arizona, Boyd from
Yep.
Cincy. Those are some nice receivers to throw up there. But like you said,
Mm-hmm.
I do like Williams from San Diego. I think that would be like a top target to go
Yes.
grab and get his big, tall, fast self, you know what I'm saying, and throw him in this offense too. But like I said, I just want a guy that's established, that's a plug-and-play receiver, because Go get somebody that can come into your offense. Jalen Hurts can be 1,000% confident. If I throw it his way, he's not dropping that ball. You know what I'm saying?
No, I
And now
agree.
you got three guys. You have him, Devontae Smith, and hopefully Goddard, that you don't have to worry about. Now you got another extra set of hands that you can be confident with while you got Quez Watkins coming in. Rager's still developing. Whoever else, one of these young guys are going to stay on this roster. And Eagles has landed. Yeah, man, I love Drake London for sure, my guy. Like, if we can get that guy, man, I say get him. Like, because that's a big body receiver that can get open too. And if you are going to go the young route, go ahead and do it.
I like
There's a lot
Drake
of other
London.
receivers too, besides Drake.
I like
man.
Drake London,
Olave,
but he kind of
Olivier,
scared. He kind of
is that his
scared me a
name?
little bit. Drake London kind of scared me a little bit because he a big physical receiver. It's just when you get into the NFL, it's a little bit different. He gonna have to learn how to play a little bit lower. It's like he run high, he come out his routes high. These NFL receivers is not, they not even gonna let you get off the line playing like that.
But that's how Pittman was coming out too.
Yeah.
And Pittman's a beast.
And
Pittman was a
all
little
I'm
bit more
saying
polished though.
the
Pittman was a
one
little
dude
bit
I
more polished. Drake London a little raw. He just big and physical and fast a little bit. But he's gonna have to work on. But you can work on stuff like that though in the NFL.
the one guy I want other than Kyle Hamilton is Jordan Davis. I want Jordan Davis. Dude, he would be very, very nice next to Hargraves.
Mm-hmm.
6'6", 350 defensive tackle who's extremely fast, extremely powerful. They'd make a great duo for years to come, easily.
And that dude from Ohio State, Olave.
You talking about the linebacker, right?
No,
Yeah.
the receiver.
Oh, Olive. Oh, all right, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Olave.
I like him too.
Yeah.
That dude's been balling for a couple of years now. He's not a
Yeah.
one-hit wonder. This dude's been putting up stats for a minute.
And since we talk about receivers, I want to give a shout out to Deion Sanders, man, over there at Jackson State. He just got the number one recruit in the nation to come to Jackson State. Deion over there shaking and moving, bro. Jackson State gonna be a powerhouse for years. Watch if he stay there. He changing
Jackson
that
State
whole
did
thing
what they were
around.
doing when they got Deion Sanders.
Yeah.
Deion Sanders
he
can pull
changing it
anybody
around.
over there, my guy. Off name recognition, all he had to do is go in there and show he can start winning a couple more games. You know what I'm saying? Like, show that he actually knows what he's doing, and people are going to start following. That's prime time. Who wouldn't want to go play for prime?
I know.
Yeah,
I
shout
would.
out to him.
But yeah.
He's at T. Higgins too.
Yeah, T. Higgins. I'll take T. Higgins.
T's a beast, man.
He a beast.
Like, there's a lot of good receivers, man. I feel like, it's just been too many years in a row, man, where, our receivers aren't it, Like, the last pair of consistent receivers, I keep saying, is Deshaun and Macklin. And that was years ago. Like, years ago.
Yeah.
Like, we need some reliable receivers. I don't know why it's so hard for us to get these reliable receivers in our organization.
Bro, it's
we
bad
blame the
when
quarterback
you
so
truly
much.
sit there. You can truly sit there and say your last true number one wide receiver and consistent wide receiver was Harold Carmichael.
We gotta throw Alshon in
like-
there too. We gotta throw Alshon in there too, because he's doing his thing.
Yeah,
He
but
was the true
Carmichael
number one.
started and finished here. I'm saying, like, he stayed the whole time,
Like,
from beginning to end. And he dominated in that time.
Like, back-to-back years, not just like Alshon. I feel like, the first year, but after that, he wasn't anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because he got injured. But
Yeah, and it was
I
like
mean, Deshaun Jackson and Macklin was really our best receiver since Harold and all those. I mean, T.O. came for a year and went, but other than that, like for over a year span, over more than a year span, it had to be D-Jack, Jason Avant, and Jeremy Maclin.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why I say go get a big name guy, because like you look at guys like the development of Kyler Murray. They went out and got this boy, AJ Green and Deshaun what's his name? Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins, man. Hopkins was the best receiver in the game. You know? And they brought him there. Then you go get Zach Ertz. You know, you had Kirk. You still have these guys, and you draft more.
Rondell Moore, yeah.
You put so much talent around the guy. How can he not succeed?
Right.
You know? And I think that's what we need to do for our quarterback. We haven't never done that. Donnie didn't get it. You know? Wentz didn't get it.
No.
You know?
Let me ask you
something. Really ever that treatment.
How y'all feel about the guy from Alabama? Not Mechie, what's his name? Jameson? The speed.
James Williams. Dude. That dude's a beast.
Bro.
But
we need explosiveness like that on that team.
I'll take Mechie too. Mechie's a beast.
I like Mechie too.
Mechie's a beast.
But we need explosiveness like him on our team though.
I thought it was going to be Mechie's year, but Williams definitely showed it.
Dude really is
but either one of those
playmaker.
Guys, bring him.
Heck, Calvin
from Atlanta.
I really want to get away from the smaller end wide receivers.
Yeah.
You know, no lie.
What about this?
I want to start seeing more like 6'2" wide receivers, people who can go up and get that ball. You know, the ball hawks. You know, I get we need some speed.
Cordell
That's
Patterson?
what Smith.
Huh?
He's a free agent. You see the kind of year he's having this year as a, dual running back / receiver. He's doing good in both. He's got over 500 yards in both.
I mean, this is the thing about Cordell Patterson. You gotta. Cordell Patterson is a guy that you gotta have a good offensive coordinator to get him involved in the game plan, because he's not a true receiver. He's not a true running back. He's just an athlete that you could put him in a lot of places to make plays. So we're not using our athletes we got on our team. So I don't feel like bringing in Cordell Patterson is going to benefit us in any kind of way. We need a true receiver that can win the 50-50 balls, stuff like that. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Jameson Williams like 6'2". Like 6'2", 190.
He ain't no little guy. And Mechie might not be that tall.
That's kind of good for a wide receiver, though, 6'2". Still
a little thin.
Because I think Devontae like 6'2", ain't he?
Tall and physical, and he got a little
You can
speed.
fatten that boy up.
Yeah.
You know?
But with Jameson, it's like he 190, but it don't look like it. He look bigger than 190. Like he not a small dude. He's big a little bit. Devontae Smith looked like his weight. He looked like he weigh whatever they say he weigh.
I just can't take another wide receiver in the first, man, anymore. I feel if you're going to I feel if you're going to address it, you address it in free agency. You know, I don't think you should only be using like your first 6 picks for like defensive players and maybe like an offensive lineman in the second or third for depth. But I mean, other than that, you go in with a defensive mind. If you want to address your offense, you do that with the $60 million you're going to have in free agency.
He said he got there's a couple of small school receivers that are true X's.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of that too, there's a lot of good defensive guys coming out of free agents this year. Or you can always go pick those free agents up to make sure you shore up your defense, and then still draft a receiver first round. There's a lot of talent. Like I was actually looking through the tape. That's what I'm gonna do next week. I'm gonna do a video on the free agent pool coming out next year. Because I was looking at the top 90 players out of free agency, and man, you got a lot of good players coming out in free agency next year, man. There's a lot of them. You can fill a lot of holes, man. Fill a lot of holes.
Here's my thing with that. I would rather start drafting our defensive players and developing our own rather than grabbing free agent people from other teams and trying to, develop their people. I want to start doing it with our own. I want my team to start proving to me that they can develop these players that we draft. I don't want somebody else's scraps. There's a reason they're free agencies. So if it's going to be defensive side of the ball, it better be a big name person that we can 100% count on right away, not somebody you're going to develop. If you're going to go develop after.
Yes, I say with the first round pick, right? 2 defense on your very first picks, and then either get a receiver or that.
Yeah, I saw how Kansas City just won that game, bro. That's crazy.
How they win?
Kelsey just scored. Scored on like a 3-yard dump off. He took it like 30, damn near 40 yards, and scored.
Wow.
In overtime. That's crazy.
Hey, they woke up, man. The beginning half of this season, they were garbage.
Yeah.
They are
They
No
like
still-
straight trash.
No
They
lie,
did
they
now.
still
in the
They hit their
playoffs.
stride, man. They're on a roll.
And
They
their
still
That's what I'm
defense
saying.
playing
We hit our
better.
stride. We really look at it. We've won, what, 4 out of the last 6? That's pretty good. If we can continue this path, if we can win out, man, boom. Now you're looking at, 5 games in a row. All wins. Going into the playoffs with the number 1 rush team in the NFL. That's dangerous. That's dangerous.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's going to be crazy. He said grab Mechie in the 3rd. Yeah, if he falls to the 3rd round, scoop him. Scoop him for sure. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
I don't think he
real
fall
nice.
into the 3rd though. That's a little too steep.
Huh?
He probably gonna be early to mid 2nd round, if anything. I want
No receivers. If you want to go offense, go O-line.
Yeah, I'm going all defense. I'm going all defense this draft for real.
Yeah.
You could throw some offensive players in there, but for real, I'm going all defense. That's what we really need to focus on, our defense, man. It's like we got all these older guys trying to command his defense. I mean, the league catching up to him. I mean, so, and then we got so many dudes on like 1-year deals and stuff like that. Well, we're going to have to get some young defensive players in here.
Because on offense, receiver and O-lineman are pretty much all we need. Unless you decide you want to upgrade the 2nd running back spot.
Hey,
and
Rob.
bring
I just want to apologize on your loss right now, my guy. Did you see that already? Thursday night, I have 89 points on him already. I'm at 89.6. He's at 0, and that's just one game.
Jeez.
89
I'm
points.
sorry. I'm at 89.6 points, and he has 0 just after one game.
How do you get? Who do you have?
I'm sorry,
Mahomes,
dude.
Kelsey. Who do you have starting?
That's
Who do you have
crazy.
starting? AK.
I had Justin Herbert. I had Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, and Travis Kelce.
Oh, man.
Kelsey gave me 41.1 points. Mike Williams gave me 7.9. Keenan Allen gave me 19.8. And then Herbert gave me 21.8.
Sheesh.
Wow.
Who he got starting quarterback?
I have Russell Wilson starting for
Oh,
you.
yeah, that's an L. Russell Wilson been playing like trash. I had Russell Wilson on my bench all year.
Yeah, you got Russell Wilson, Devin Singletary, Mark Ingram, Devontae Adams, Samuel, Everett, Judy, Arizona D, and then McManus.
Oh
Sir.
man,
That Linderbaum, that's that center, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be good.
he's going to be
That would
good.
be a good replacement for Kelsey. But I feel like in terms of doing that, like I'm not putting anything against that guy. Cause I actually thought about drafting him 2 first round, but at the same time, we still got Sam Malu, man. And if he's gonna play and stay on our team, that's what we even drafted the dude for. We drafted him to be Kelsey's replacement. So why not let him replace him? You know, keep Sam Malu.
Sam Malu gotta stay healthy.
Here you go,
though.
buddy. You want to start now? Here you go. Finally, here you go. Your spot. Go play.
He
Play
gotta
some
stay
center.
healthy though. Every time you're in the starting lineup, he get hurt.
Sam Malu.
Mm-hmm.
He's been healthy, hasn't he? Isn't
He
it
was
the first
injured
year that
last
he
year.
missed a lot of games?
No, he was injured last year because Herbig played last year instead of him.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we should draft him in because I'm tired of these players that get hurt every year. That got to stop.
Sam Malu get hurt every time you're in the starting lineup.
Does not
He get
matter.
hurt.
If you can't stay healthy, that's the best. That's the best thing for you. You know, go grab one of these guys. Because Brandon Sherrick, or what that was his name, Sheriff.
Yeah, Brandon Sheriff. Yep.
He's gonna be a free agent too. But he gets hurt too.
Yeah, he get hurt a lot too.
Oh man, they're lucky that.
Who drafted a center in the first round?
Huh?
I said, who drafted the center in the first round? To answer Grant's question, Nelson on the 1 year deal, T.J. Edwards on a 1 year deal, Harris on a 1 year deal. Who else? There's a Derek Barnett on the 1 year deal.
Kerrigan's on 1 year.
Yeah, so we got a lot of defensive players on 1 year deals this year.
I know how we all stand on Nelson. I know how we all stand on Kerrigan. And, I believe TJ should be kept on. I mean, do you guys agree with that?
I agree. He need to be, if not our starting linebacker, he need to be one of our linebackers on the field.
But are you guys
a better linebacker?
We could go out and still get a dog at linebacker, but I feel like T.J. Edwards earned the right to be on the field.
Be on a team?
I agree. How do you guys feel about Harris? Are you torn with Harris, or do you let him go?
I like Harris. I think we should re-sign him, to be honest, because Rodney going to be gone next year. We're going to need a veteran safety back there.
Yep. No, I like Harris so far. He hasn't done bad. Could be worse. No lie.
I think the second year with Harris, he might actually play better.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I think our coaches are just going to be better next year. That's the hugest part that everybody really has to realize. The coaches are going to be better. All of them. Either they're going to be better or worse. And I think they're going to be better.
I think everybody's going to take a step forward next year.
Because it's not, everybody's saying, like, really, that's what it is. It's really being able to be more than 1 year, like, even with free agents or whatever. You're going into a situation, not like you're in a stable situation. You're going into a situation where you got new coaches. So not only are you learning a new scheme, they're learning how to teach you the scheme. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
right.
Everything's so new that nothing's really going to look that good, really, that crisp.
Well, and you have to realize something too, man. These coaches, because JG, he went from a cornerback coach to a defensive head coach, and obviously Nick went from an OC to a head coach. There's a lot more responsibilities added onto their shoulders now. They're doing things now they weren't doing before. So it is a learning process. It does take time. It is the NFL, and but I do agree with most people when they say I just wish they would have learned it a little sooner. I believe they were a little delayed on, how they ran things, but I have seen improvements. I won't lie, but they're slowly coming. That's the downfall.
Right.
Yeah, I think they came in a little too confident,
Yeah.
and they thought that their stuff wasn't just going to be awesome, but it kind of humbled them all, you know, to a certain extent. But now that humbleness kind of confused them a little bit, you know, because they're confused. They're not fully confident enough to run, and execute what they want to do. And it's taking them a little longer. Like I said, I feel like Nick's got it. Nick understands the team he has and what he got to do.
Right.
It's JG. They got to come out with a more aggressive approach instead of like sitting there and trying to read and react to what's going on. Because that just can't be your plan. I hear him talk about it so confidently, it kind of scares me, and react stuff. Yeah, I think it's good, We're going to see what they got to do. We're going to make our adjustments and we're going to execute. No. You need to make the offense adjust to your defense. Not you adjust to the offense every game. You make them adjust to your defense. That's what good coaches do. They don't sit there and sit back and wait, to see what the other team's going to do to try to play chess with them,
You make teams play your game.
Yeah.
You got to let your
coaches are still playing to the other team's level.
Trust them. You got to let your players know you trust them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you only on a 1 year deal. That's what I just said.
No, I think he means he got signed another year.
Next year he'll be on 1 year deal. I mean,
yeah,
next year, because they only re-signing for 1 more year.
Would you? Okay, let's talk about that. Would you trade 2 first-round picks to move up and get Thibodeau?
No.
No.
Mm-mm. I say no.
Man.
I say no because if you watch Thibodeau game, he's a pure pass rusher. He don't really. I mean, he's a pure pass rusher. You can slow those kind of dudes down. It's like if he ain't rushing and sacking the quarterback, he's really not effective after that. It's like now he's not really polished in run defense right now. He's a little bit on the smaller side, so he's probably gonna be getting dominated in the run game at first. You're gonna have to use him as a specialist until he gets his NFL weight on him, and he understands the game a little more. I'm not spending 2 first-round picks on somebody like that. Now if it was a Michael Parsons in this draft, yeah, I'll go get him because that dude is a monster. He a monster. I'd take Hutchinson from Michigan.
So you saying you're trade up for Hutchinson?
He more polished than Thibodeau's. He more polished than him. He's solid in the run game. He's a great pass rusher. He's all over the field. Like I said, Thibodeau's just a pass rusher to me. He's just a dude that could get to the quarterback on 3rd downs and stuff like that. At this point right now, so
I seen
when they played Utah, he really was like a non-factor. He like they was running their quick game. They was running the football on him. He really was a non-factor. They was running right at him. So I'm like, I don't really want to do like that. I want to do Hutchinson that's gonna come in and make an impact from the gun bus.
So you saying you would trade 2 first to move into the top 10 to get Hutchinson?
I now feel it was a scenario where we could get Hutchinson in that situation. Yeah, I'll go get him with the first 2 because we definitely need more pass rushers. But I'm not trading up for the dude from Oregon wasting 2 first-round picks when we gotta wait for him to develop.
I'm going to throw a side ball to you guys. I don't believe you're going to have to trade down as far as what you think. I believe because we all know how quarterbacks rise, especially after the season's over here during their pro days and shit like that. I believe that you're going to see a lot more about Willis and not everything. And I believe you're going to have a lot more teams trading up for quarterbacks. There's about 10 teams right now that are quarterback needy. and some people are going to jump the gun. And I believe Detroit, because they have golf, because I know Houston could probably need a quarterback, and if Pickett's there, they might take him. I don't know how they're going to do it, but they could also trade back as well, knowing that Pickett could fall a little bit, or you know what I mean. But you're going to have teams trading up, which will allow like Hamilton and these guys to slide back a little bit. So even if you're have to trade up that far.
Like, how many quarterbacks you think? Because that always happens every single year. We've seen it happen this year with Lance.
I'd say 5.
Fields. All these guys all these teams moving up to get those Zach Wilson. So that was what? How many of those were top 10 picks? The only one that wasn't was Matt Jones, right?
Yeah,
Matt Jones.
I would say 5 go in the first top 10 here this year.
5
you talking about quarterbacks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I feel like
that's just my opinion.
Like how many? You said
I
Pickens,
feel like
Pickens. Who else?
It's going to be Pickens.
Well, I won't know more till it gets closer.
Carroll from Ole Miss. There's not really too many top 5, top 10 quarterbacks right now. So I feel like it's probably going to be a quarterback that get taken 1 to 3, but then it's going to just be a run on defensive players because there's a lot of defensive talent in this draft. So to me, Willis is like he's a project. He's a project. He has like a cannon arm. He can run and all that. But once that whistle blow, he's basically playing backyard football. He's running around though. He's not a polished passer at this point. So I feel like Willis going to be like a probably mid-second, early third-round pick, to be honest. So then that leaves Carroll. Carroll's small. He like 6'1", 6'2". He's a little guy. He can throw the football. Baseball background and stuff like that. I don't feel like he's going to be a top 10 pick. The only one I could probably see going top 10, and this going here reach to, is Pickens. Pickens will reach because he's an older senior. I think Pickens like 24, 25 years old. So, the quarterback position is not really good in this draft. So,
but you got to think for all those teams that don't have a quarterback at all. And you don't even have a young guy to work
first
with.
Round and not have a quarterback pick for real. You get me? So it's going to be a lot of defensive guys going off the board. So we might have to force our hand and go up and get one. You never know. And then how all the other teams playing right now, it's like we're not going to have like a top 10 pick. Miami winning now, Indianapolis winning, and we winning. So
I would trade up.
Yeah.
Hamilton?
Yes. Hamilton, dude, to me, Hamilton's going to be like Cam Chancellor 2.0. No lie. This kid's 6'4". Yeah, he's 6'4", 220, I guess, 230, whatever. He's going to be a beast. He really is. A force to be reckoned with.
James.
Yeah.
What about the Honey Badger in free agency? Would you pick him up?
Well, who? Pick who up?
Tyrann
Matthews.
Oh, I'll take Tyrann Matthews, man. Shit, if he out there, I'm going after him. I'm targeting him for sure.
He'd bring attitude to the defense. You can't hate that.
Yeah.
Good night, Jinx, man. Have a good night, my guy.
All right, Jinx.
Yes, sir. Good night, buddy.
Coach?
What's up, Coach?
Yeah, it'd have to be a good price, though. I agree with Jeremiah.
That's what I'm saying. Some teams do reach.
Yeah.
They reach for them quarterbacks.
Let them reach then. That's better for us. Let them reach.
Yeah.
I hope.
He said he'll take Mathis to bid on the right price.
5 quarterbacks go off the board in the first 5 picks. I hope that happens.
Awesome. That would be awesome, dude.
Yeah. I hope that happens.
Prayers up for you, Jinx.
What you got, Tuss? He got to take his Tuss tomorrow. That's why he said, pray for me.
Hey, Daniel Jones got taken 5th overall, my guy. Anything's possible.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's
But if you
crazy.
think about how many
That's
teams really
crazy.
actually need quarterbacks right now,
There's
A
10. I
lot.
counted. There's 10
a lot.
teams. Yeah, there's 10 teams.
Houston,
Yeah.
uh,
The
the
Giants.
Giants need a quarterback, but they're not going to take a quarterback. They're going to stick with Dame
If
Jones.
Seattle gets rid of Russ, they'll need one.
Russ not going nowhere.
I think Russ is going to New
Washington,
York.
the football team needed quarterback.
I think Russ going to New York.
No, I think he's staying. He's staying.
But no,
Pete Carroll not
realistically,
going to let
though,
him walk out the door.
need one. Washington needs one. Dolphins seem to say they need one, and God knows what is going to happen here with Watson yet. So we'll see what happens before we go there. So I'll just say they need one for now. Who knows? I don't know what the Jets are going to do. Geez, they might just call it quits after 1 year. We've seen it done before, like Josh Rosen. So
Nah,
I don't know.
they're gonna stick. They're gonna stick with Zach Wilson.
I hope so.
Well,
I mean, I see the potential in Zach, but who knows what they do.
There's not really a lot of teams in the NFL
Well, yeah, I
that
think
need quarterbacks.
they'll probably build around the Jets. The Jets probably build around
I
Wilson
hope.
and probably keep him
I
another year.
hope.
The
What
Lions
about
don't
that? The
even need a
Lions?
quarterback.
Do you think the Lions are sticking with what that boy's name?
Jared Goff, they better
Goff?
stick with Goff. They gotta put a better team around him. He's a good quarterback. He ain't no
Is he?
scrub.
Is
He's a
he?
good quarterback.
The Saints.
I
The
mean-
Saints need one.
Saints need
yeah,
one.
that's facts. The Saints need one.
And the
Panthers need
Broncos.
one.
Panthers, yep.
The Broncos
The
need a
Broncos
quarterback.
need one.
The Panthers definitely need a quarterback.
There is a lot of teams out
Broncos.
there that need QBs. I'm telling you, they're going to go off the board very fast in the top 10. I'm telling you, these teams are going to be desperate enough to move up. If one just flashes anything, any kind of wow factor at all that catches anyone's eye, it's over.
I agree. I just feel like there's not a lot of great quarterbacks in this draft, period. So, I mean, y'all gonna waste a first round pick on them. Go ahead. I don't care. But them dudes, it's all development quarterbacks in this draft. So it's like,
well, no, I wasn't talking for us though, my guy. I was talking other teams. Like,
no, yeah, I was talking about other teams. I'm like, they want to spend a first round pick on them. Let them do it. Let them do it.
That works in our
They're going to be waiting for these dudes to develop for 3-4. You see Justin Fields right now. He was one of the best quarterbacks coming out of college. He looked like dog crap right now.
Yeah.
That's funny, Richie. That's the truth, though. I don't think Goddard's there yet.
Damn.
I think Goddard could do something like that.
10 receptions, 191 yards. Oh, my God. He went off.
Really benefits from having a great play caller. Because some of that magic that they be doing when KC's rocking, there's some pretty awesome plays that they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight up. Like, even when they played us, like, those shovel passes to Kels where he get those touchdowns on those things. Like, they know how to scheme open their guys. If you think about Kels, Tyreek Hill, the rest of those guys were all right. They're not like no world-beating receivers. They get schemed open.
It's not even
and make plays.
It's just the quarterback can hit anybody at any time. That's how Mahomes is. So you got to play the whole field with them dudes. I like Young, but I don't feel like he polished that either.
I think Bryce should stay in college one more year.
He should stay another year, yep. I feel like he should stay one more year. Because Young not going – if he come out this year, he going to be probably a third-round pick.
Because to be honest, like, I watched Alabama this year, man. The first half of the season, they were barely beating teams. And I'm talking about barely beating teams like Southern Kentucky or whatever, whoever was on their schedule. You know what I'm saying? Like, that should have been a normal Alabama year. That game would have been like 100-0. You know what I'm saying? Like, total domination. And them boys were playing with Alabama earlier in this year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was really worried about them
goddamn
winning the
Texas
national
A&M.
championship. Like, I thought Georgia was going to beat the hell out of them. And they showed up, because, I don't know, they started getting their stuff together, man. That was crazy.
Georgia quarterback started folding, throwing all these goddamn interceptions. Cause remember they was going back to back until he threw that first pick.
What's going on with this? Everybody's talking about. What does it say?
What happened? What something happened at a school or something?
He said TikTok's got a challenge tomorrow about shooting up your school.
Oh man.
What?
TikTok got to shoot up your school challenge?
What?
Oh my God.
That's what they're doing? That's
Stupid
crazy.
stuff.
It's like how many people actually. I don't even want to think about that because people do stupid stuff these days.
Stupid stuff.
Stupid stuff.
I ain't even touching that one.
We neither.
What? Are your kids going to school tomorrow?
Oh, that's why Jinx said he want to stay home.
Yeah.
Oh man. I hope I don't see that on nobody news.
Is that only in Philadelphia, Jinx? Or is that like in the world?
It's on
National?
TikTok.
He says national.
Sheesh.
It's a
I'll
national
probably keep my
shoot 'em up
son too.
challenge. Really?
I'll probably keep my son home too, man.
Wow, man. People are so stupid. How's that even real? How's that a thing? There'll be a lot of dead kids tomorrow. For real. And you can't even feel sorry for them. If we go to school trying to do some stupid TikTok.
I don't
Really?
think Bryce Young a freshman though.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Bryce Young has to play next year.
He's not no freshman though, I don't think.
No, I think he's going into
it. He's a red shirt.
No, Bryce Young is a freshman.
I don't think he's a freshman.
Because I remember watching ESPN, they were saying, like, if they were asking Stuart A if Bryce Young could go pro, should he go pro?
Yeah, I don't think Bryce Young a freshman. I think he a red shirt sophomore.
What do you think about that Justin Fields guy? Oh yeah, AK, my guy.
Dude, I still back him, man. He's got a shitty team around him, dude. Like, what do you want me to
AK,
say?
my guy, you lost another bet, my guy.
Hey, what can I say? He's got a shitty team around him, dude. I mean,
I told you Matt Jones was gonna be better than Mr.
for now.
Justin Fields.
For now. You win this round.
World
That's
National. What? See, they said in South Jersey, threats are here as well. Someone said in the chat that their school, their kid's school is going to have 50, right here. We'll have 15 police at the school tomorrow, keeping her home. Wow.
That's crazy.
That's really crazy.
Yeah, Bryce Young is sophomore.
He is?
So he's a sophomore, so he can't come out till next year anyway.
You the man, Ben. You the man, my guy. I just create content. If you're scared, I don't blame you. Stay home if you're nervous. That is the thing. Like, do you even risk it sending your kids to school for one day? Our kids are out of school already. Today was their last day.
My kids go out next. I think their last day is Wednesday.
Bryce Young is 20, 21 at July 25th. And you say he's a sophomore? You looked it up?
Yeah, he's a sophomore. This is sophomore year.
Well, yeah, he can come out then. I don't know what I read. I thought I read.
No, he can't come out until his junior year.
Oh, yeah. They moved it to your junior year, huh?
Yeah. It been your junior year. You got to spend at least 3 years in college.
Yeah. Back in the Maurice Claret days. He said Mac and Cheese Jones versus Justin Lily of the Fields. That's funny.
Uh-huh.
Hey, James, don't ever be scared, my guy. Just stay home. Tell your mama, do you want me to get shot? I guess it depends what kind of neighborhood you live in. I doubt any other really good neighborhood is going to have.
Them be the worst ones though.
But those are the ones with the most cops.
They
That's
be
going
the
to be
ones
Just
out there
always
like
getting
because they
shot up
actually
though.
care.
All them suburbs and all that. They be the ones getting shot up.
Yeah, that's facts, Richie. He is getting paid. Do you know, like, let's talk about that for a second. Hold on. Let's talk about that for a second. Because I just had this huge conversation about this one. And this is something I had a conversation at work about. The way these boys are getting paid in college now, do you think it's going to be better or worse for the NFL career? 'Cause I think it might be better for one reason. Because those guys are only trying to make it pro, to support their family type thing. You know what I'm saying? They'll get paid in college to the point where they don't even have to go to pro. You know what I'm saying? Like Bryce got a couple $1 million already, racks. Now, if he's not really passionate about football, you don't even have to take that next step.
Right.
You can be done. Like, all right, I love college football. It's great. I'm pretty sure you're going to see some players do that. I love college football. It's great, but I'm going to pursue other things in life. So now you're going to get more of the hungrier football player to actually go pro. Or do you think it's going to be bad because they're still going to go pro because they'll probably get stuck in some contract that says you have to go pro for me to sponsor you now?
Yeah, that's what they putting in. That's the language they putting in them contracts. A lot of them Jones, they getting paid, but it come with a price. You gotta go. You gotta pay me my money back. You get me? So it's like, it could be good because now you getting some money. You young. I mean, you got some money in your pocket, but that's gonna force a lot of these dudes to actually go to the NFL, even if they ain't want to. I mean, you never
And what
know the
about for
little
your
language they
team
put in them
too?
contracts. I'm glad they getting paid. They should have been getting paid.
But what about for your team too? Because you got to think the only ones that are really getting paid are your quarterbacks, your
Yeah,
receivers,
only the
your
star
running
players.
backs. What about like the offensive line and like defensive linemen that are not getting paid? Do you think that start making them not block for these guys? Oh, you think you missed a superstar? Whatever. Watch this. Blam. Free hits.
Probably. Shit. I mean, you can't hate on another man plate, but sometimes that's how it go. Dude, a sophomore in college, he getting paid. He got $1 million endorsement contract. I'm sitting here struggling to get a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I mean, I gotta play football. I gotta play football and practice football all year round. This dude getting little commercials and stuff like that. I mean, some
Dude, they
people
were
get
saying like
jealous.
this guy had millions of dollars before he even threw a ball this season. Bryce Young. Like
Yep.
he's balling.
Yeah.
It's gonna force a lot. It's gonna force a lot of people's hand though. It's like you said, you gave me this money. I even want to go into football now. I can invest this money into something that's gonna make me rich, and I don't even gotta get my body destroyed. So it's like, I mean, it all depend on your interest and what you going into it for, and what they put in those contracts. I love it though. I mean,
Like if you wanted to not, like if you just wanted to travel the world, you want that money so you can support your family, travel the world, and like invest in your own type of business that's not football. Like why even beat up your body? You know what I'm
right?
saying? Like why would I even go through the rigors of the NFL, the rigors of the NFL, and beat up my body even more when I'm already a millionaire?
Yeah. No, I agree, man. It's
That's crazy.
go ahead.
Hey, AK, I like that. I like that green. The green background. You going off your laptop now?
Yeah, I've been going off of it. I'm just learning new things here and there.
I like that green screen.
Thank
How
you.
far behind you is that thing, AK?
Oh, it's no, mine's the digital one.
How
What
you
do you
do
mean?
that?
Hit your cam and mic settings there at the bottom, and just hit virtual background. and then just put a picture up behind you.
You gotta
Bam.
be on your
What?
computer.
Yeah. No, you can be on your phone.
What are
What?
you talking about? Where?
The cam and mic next to stop cam. And then just go down to virtual background
I don't have that
and
setting.
then just add a picture.
Oh yeah, I don't see that setting.
I don't see that setting either. But I
You probably
do see
do
that we
I'll
are
have it
not
on-
in 1080p. We need to change that in the stream here.
Yeah, I don't see that setting. Maybe we gotta be on our computers.
I think you got to be on
Yeah.
your computer for that one.
Well, I can do it on my
So
phone.
you say
It's really weird.
you
It
said-
should be right between stop cam and share button. Should be
there's
right
no
in
stop
between.
cam.
All I see is camera and audio.
Yes.
Wow, your guys' phones are different. That's weird.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So you say you don't have a green screen?
No, there's nothing back here. Look,
Oh snap!
What?
nothing.
You
Yeah.
gotta show me how to do that, man. That's crazy.
All right, I'll show you. Yeah, there's nothing back there at all. Nothing. Just
Maybe
takes
you got-
everything up behind you.
Maybe you got go into. You had to go into StreamYard settings before streaming to set that up.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, that's probably it then.
Oh, you said before?
Yeah.
I'm going to check that out. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I've
you
never
don't even
heard
need a
that one.
green screen. Yeah, you don't even need one. It's once you go in the settings, it's bottom it says virtual background. You just click that and then there's a plus sign. You just hit the plus sign and just add whatever you want in for your background. Anything
But
at
is
all.
that like, well, maybe if you, hey, can you see if you can change that to, 'cause we didn't change it to the 1080p on this video. Do you think that you can get it so you don't go in and out like that? Or do you think that's
Maybe.
the best quality of it?
I'd have to work with it a little more. I'm not sure. I have no idea.
Like, is there setting,
mean,
like, do you have like
You know,
settings
it
past
only
that
goes.
step?
No. It only goes in and out like whenever I sit still for a long time. But if I'm like moving around, like like the top of my head kind of, but for the most part though, I'm here.
That's tough.
Yeah.
I gotta mess
That's what
around
happens
with
like
that.
for my green screen. Since I don't have it in the studio yet, I use it in my dining room, right? So
Yeah.
sometimes, depending on where the lighting is, how the lighting is in the room,
Mhm.
it'll do that type of thing with the green screen behind you because your
Yeah.
camera and your light's too close. Like you're supposed to have like the green screen like 3 feet behind you. I just don't have the room for it. That's why I don't use it. I would definitely use the green screen a lot more than what I do
Yeah.
use it for sure.
Yeah, no, this is just virtual, man. So literally, like I said, there's nothing back here. It just kind of copies and pastes your image over your background. Like,
That's
yeah, it
tough.
is a little fuzzy, but I mean, it works. I like it.
Yeah. Hey, kudos. You taught me something new today.
Yeah.
But I would definitely invest in a green screen for everybody. That'd be
Yeah.
awesome. If you got the room, that's really what it is. If you don't got no room, then yeah. AK got a, I mean, not AK, Once got a whole cave, so I know you got the room, my guy.
Yeah. I don't never stream off my computer though.
That is true.
Well,
You gotta
once you
use the
set
computer
it,
for the green
once
screen.
you set it, it
Setting.
will always be on. By the way, so once you set your virtual background, unless you change the picture every time you get on, it'll just automatically load it up for you. So it'll always be there.
That's tough.
That'd be cool, but I just wouldn't, I don't, you know me, I'm anal. I would not want to be going in and out. I have a heart attack on the set. God damn, what's going on? What is that?
That was
His
my
laptop.
But yeah, they're working on my laptop right now. I can't wait till that thing gets
I
done,
just
man.
gotta get a webcam for mine. This camera on here sucks.
What? You use the laptop too?
No, I don't never use it because I don't like the regular camera. I gotta get a webcam. The regular camera be all dull. It be like dark.
I used to C90 when I used my camera, and then I just got this camera,
I got a Mac. I got a
the
Mac
Pro
Pro.
5000.
I got a Mac Pro. I don't like the camera on it, so I don't never stream off my laptop.
I got a Chromebook. I like it.
Yeah, see, your camera look cool. Like my joint, it be looking all dark. I be having to
On
put
what?
this
Like,
selfie light
I
on it.
got a Pavilion all-in-one, but I got a Dre Beeks Pavilion. No, that's not a Pavilion. That's a Levito all-in-one. But I got a Pavilion Dre Beeks laptop that they're fixing. They put a brand new screen on it, and they're doing a total like cleanse of the whole thing. Set it up good for me at the shop right now. So hopefully that thing's good. Like I like the music part of that. You know, it sounds really good because it's from Dre Beats, because it has Dre Beats speakers in it. But hopefully the quality of it is a lot better, because I need to get off this phone, because like I said, I'm tired of like the screen messing up whenever you get a telephone call and whatnot like that. And plus, I use the front face camera to handle the chat, right? And my back cameras are the reason why you will want this phone to be streaming. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the iPhone 12 Pro Max. So it's like,
Yeah, because when I use
you
my
want the back cameras that has 5 cameras, not the one in the front that's just a face camera.
facts. Because when I do my videos, I use the back camera. But when I'm doing the StreamYard, I gotta do it this way because I don't be knowing how I look on it. And I can't see y'all. So it just be like, I'd rather do it on the laptop and just get a webcam.
Yeah.
But like I said, like I just got that one, and then like Philly Mike, the one that told me about getting the C90, the C90. I think it's from Logitech, but if you just type in C90, man, that's it. And then I googled it, and that's the best streaming camera for the cheapest price. You know what I'm saying? The C90, the C90S, I think it is.
P, Green?
It's only, that's a Panthers content creator.
Oh, okay.
But like, yeah, man, like that's crazy, man. But like, I want to do like the whole, like I was watching this guy that teaches you how to even use YouTube, and like he had angles from everywhere, you know, like inside of his room. So that's what I'm going to do inside the studio. It's going to be like a camera in the top corner, a camera from the side angle, you know, and then I'm going to have my phone go in the front view. But I'm probably going to be more like, you know, when you see like LB and those guys, when they're doing it, they have their laptop like right there on the side of them. So they're never really facing forward at you. They're kind of always kind of doing this thing. Because I want to be able to pull up stuff and get all that kind of stuff going on. Hey, good night, Jeremiah. Yeah, we better get out of here. You know how we better get up out of here too. I need to eat some food. But final thoughts, guys, on the whole Washington game. Do you think it's going to happen that we even play this game? Because I could have sworn the NFL said, whenever you have this many people, you can't play, and you automatically forfeit.
They changed that though at the beginning of this year. I mean, they making you play now.
They did change it?
No, they changed it. They gonna make games as scheduled. Last year it was like that. They would reschedule a game or something, but they changed it at the beginning of this season. Now you gotta play with who you got.
If you miss games and you're unvaccinated, I guess you get fined or something like that. I don't know. It's weird. They did a lot of bunch of
things.
That's
when they did that rule. When they said that if you're not vaccinated, you miss game, you get fined. The team can fine you. And I thought they said something like you gotta pay something about everybody else's money too.
That's probably the case though.
But they haven't been doing. You're right about that part. They haven't been doing that because people have been getting COVID all year long.
Well,
Yeah, they
listen
ain't
though,
canceled a
Not as
game
bad
yet
as
because
this
of
week,
COVID.
though.
Well, Washington's lucky though because they got 20 people on the COVID list. Well, they got 20 people out, but how many they have on the COVID list? They can split it, 3-4 ways,
I think they
however
got
many they
10
got.
people. They got
10.
10. I think they got 10 people on the COVID list.
There you go. So they can
Right
split the
now, because
fine
there were
10
20
ways.
people, over 20 people on that COVID list. They just had 8 today.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, then they can split it 20 ways. It won't be as bad.
And for sure, like guys like Fuller, just starting corner, he's not playing for sure because he wasn't vaccinated.
Hmm.
Damn.
All the players that's not vaccinated are guaranteed not to play because that's a guaranteed 10 games. I mean,
Yeah.
10 days.
Oh yeah,
So
you
he's
gotta
out
be
for
on.
sure.
You gotta be on a COVID list for 10 days, right? If
The
you ain't
rest of
vaccinated.
them, like they said, Allen, the DT, they tested him on Monday, and he, as long as he, gets 2 good tests by Sunday,
5
he can still
days.
play.
So what's up with Quez? Quez playing?
When did we find that out? Was it Monday we found that out on Quest?
I think it was Monday. Yeah.
If it was Monday, then yeah, he
It all
has
depends
5
on if he's
days.
vaccinated or not.
But he has to
Dang.
get 2 negative tests in 5 days.
Yeah,
So
you
Quest
got
Walker
past
is
2
not
tests
out.
in 5 days, right?
Yeah, you got
Is
he got to pass 2
is
tests
he
in 5 days.
vaccinated?
That's the other part you have to
Mm-hmm.
know. I didn't even know about that
Yeah,
part.
yeah.
Cause I
So
remember
I mean, if
90% of our
he's not,
team was
then he's not playing.
vaccinated. But who is that
Yeah.
10%? That's the thing we gotta find out. We gotta find out is Quez Walker vaccinated? If he's not vaccinated, he's definitely not playing.
Right.
But if he is vaccinated, he got a chance to play this Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
I hope he do play, man. We gonna need him.
But I don't really think we need nobody really in terms of like it all matters on their Friday or Saturday freaking injury report, vaccination report. Because if really, cause that was 20 people on the COVID list, right? But there had a whole nother like 10 people on the injury list. That was just injuries. So that's 28 people that might not be playing football this Sunday. So how many can you get back from that COVID
Well, you
list?
said they
That's
put
one
8
thing.
on today, right?
Yeah,
The 8 that got put on today can't play at all because
can't
it's
play at
less than
all.
5 days away,
So you're
and
looking
they
at
need
least
5
like
days.
18 people looking at maybe not even playing. Like you don't really need, like we ain't that injured. Like Eagles is one of the best COVID teams in the league.
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood, yeah, but we are until we
Knock
have to
on
lease them
wood.
out. And then our injuries, we're actually getting healthier, not really getting more injured. Yeah, Jalen, with his ankle, but everybody else starting to come back from injury. They've been out already.
Yeah.
So
That's
I
facts.
don't know, man. The Browns took it hard too. The Browns. Do you got Uncensored? You got a conspiracy show?
Yeah.
Is it a conspiracy that all of a sudden playoff race, right?
Mm-hmm.
Certain teams got super outbreaks. You know what I'm saying? Like us, Washington. We're looking for this run because he was going to get that last
Yeah.
couple playoff spot. But now all of a sudden, Washington has
Yeah.
like 30, 20 people. All of a sudden, and their coach has the new one, the new virus, the part 2 or part 3.
No, I mean
That's weird.
it's a crazy coincidence. Yeah, no, it's a crazy coincidence. But I'm just glad
In the
that
Browns.
we've been lucky. I know. I'm just glad we're lucky enough to have been lucky. No lie. I mean, we could have been one of those teams, but I just hope that's our players being safe.
What are you
You
saying,
know?
Richie? Did he call it out on national TV?
Wow.
That would be awesome. I need to Google that now. Now you say that. That would be awesome. Baker Mayfield already know he make money, so you fire him. He's like, whatever, I got money.
Right.
Yeah.
All right,
He said Baker on his Twitter.
he on his Twitter.
He said something about it on his Twitter.
Oh, he said something about it on his Twitter.
But
All right, so
Yeah.
this the top 6 quarterbacks in the draft this year. Matt Corral from Ole Miss, 6 foot, 220 pounds. Kenny Pickett, Pittsburgh, 6'3", 220 pounds. Malik Willis, Sam Howell, Desmond Ryder, and Carson Strong. I watched all these dudes play this year. I don't feel like none of them top 10 picks, to be honest. I like Corral, but he's just small. It's like he's 6 foot. He's 6 foot. And he's not really like a runner or nothing. He's a pocket passer. He's a 6 foot pocket passer. I mean, they want to take their chances with them quarterbacks right there. I love it. Take all 6 of them in the top 6 picks. I mean, leave us some defensive guys. I'm cool with that.
that's fact. That is a straight fact.
No test this morning. Then let our team get
That's
practice
crazy.
and show up to practice to test them. Something seems off here. So who on the COVID list for us?
Just there's only 2 people, Quez and McCain.
Oh yeah, Cruz and Mac McCain, right?
Yeah. But like he said,
So
that's what the Browns team did.
Oh, the Browns are all right.
He
Yeah,
said
that's great.
no test in the morning, go to practice, come back and all for a gathering. Team gathering and show up at practice, and everybody else got it now. That is kind of fishy.
It's crazy. Oh, everything, man. We've only had 2 episodes so far. First episode was on Bohemia Grove. It's a little private campground for our huge government officials and stuff in California. And then the second one was on artificial intelligence this past weekend. But we cover everything. Yeah, monsters. We'll do Area 51. We'll do Bigfoot. We'll do all.
I
of
definitely
them.
need to be on Area 51 because I know a lot of great stories about Area 51, man.
Yeah. No, if it's a conspiracy, bro, we'll cover it. That's what's awesome about it. But yeah, it's definitely something interesting. It's called the Wandering Minds podcast. So yeah, definitely go check it out. It is on my channel though, under Eagles Uncensored. So yeah, it's everything, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but to say you won't test vaccinated players if they don't have symptoms, then pull this random doesn't make sense to me.
So how you feel about that, Richie? Like what you feel going on right here? I don't see no reason for them to try to get the Browns and not like other teams.
Are they in the playoff race?
They in it, but it's like
exactly. That's one less team you have to worry about. Just like isn't it funny? One AFC team, one NFC team, huge, both in the playoff race. That's enough conspiracy right there.
That's facts though. Now you look at it that way, yeah, that's true. That's true.
He said, make it up your damn mind on protocol showing up and make it only 3 teams test. So you can keep the game as scheduled to make money.
Oh, so I get what you're saying.
NFL delays the Vikings Eagles because of the snowstorm that never came. It was to give Brett Favre more time to recover.
Uh huh. They go one right
Looks like we
there,
got a new
AK.
episode right now, my guy.
They go one right there, AK.
Oh, I got plenty of NFL conspiracies.
What do you think
Yeah,
about
man.
these? Richie just laying them out for you.
Hey, man, you guys haven't heard my chunky chicken noodle soup commercial conspiracy
No, that
yet.
is not a. That's just facts. I am number one in saying that. Donovan McNabb sold his soul for chunky soup, gave up a Super Bowl so the Patriots can be the new dynasty.
No,
team.
no. It goes a lot deeper than that, though, my guy. Everybody who's ever been in a chunky chicken noodle soup commercial has flopped. I mean, look back. You've got Reggie Bush. You have Donovan McNabb. Dak Prescott was in one, and then he got injured.
What up, random? Haven't seen you in a
Zeke
while.
was in one. And then recently Sean McVay, and then they started flopping for a while, you know, and they're having hardships right now. So, yeah, no, that's just that conspiracy. Everyone that's been involved with the soup commercial has had hardships. So,
Well, you can even go back with the Madden curse.
yeah.
I don't even know if this is a conspiracy, but I feel like the NFL is trying to push that Tom Brady, Bill Belichick Super Bowl. Cause you see the Patriots on like a 6-7 game winning streak. The Buccaneers just hanging around there. I feel like they trying to force that before Tom Brady retire.
Now, this
Oh,
is
if it happens,
this year,
bro,
the
my
Patriots
antennas
are
are
going
going
again.
straight up.
Last year, they had half their team out with COVID. That's why I hated it last year when everybody's like, oh, it was Tom Brady that won all the Super Bowls. It was Tom Brady. Belichick sucks. I was like, Belichick didn't even have a team. He had Cam Newton as quarterback. Cam Newton is garbage now. Sorry, Cam. I love you, but, man, you're trash, you know? And half their team opted out for COVID. So, what did you think Belichick was really going to do with a half a team and no quarterback? This year, he got a quarterback, all his team back. Hell, he even gave away Gilmore. And they are balling on defense, like the number one defense in the league. You know,
Right.
Now with all your players back and your offense is balling. You're, 10-4. About to go back again. Same thing, man.
Right.
It's crazy.
Yo, no lie, Judon's a freaking monster, dude.
Judon definitely a monster.
Yeah.
Hightower, he a monster.
That's what I really want, Hightower. He's going to be a free agent. If we can get Hightower not to re-sign with the Patriots and then come to us and then get Gilmore from the Panthers because he's going to be a free agent, put those two guys in our defense, now you're talking.
Yeah, I don't
Now
care
you're
if Big
talking some
Brother
defense.
watches me.
Could that cover
Trust
your
me.
cornerback? Slay and Gilmore would be awesome. And Hightower as your middle linebacker. Then you have Edwards and Davion Taylor be the other two linebackers. Boom. But you still have to get a defensive lineman.
Yeah. We gotta get a defensive lineman and a pass rusher.
Yes, it is, Grand. This thing, listen, it was patented in like the 80s. They patented it when they made it. If you want to get into conspiracies, for real. I am deep. I'm the wrong guy to get into it because I don't want to get my channel blocked. So we can't.
No, I'm just saying though. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this though. You ever looked at a Lysol can or any kind of disinfectant? And this, like, nobody never noticed it before COVID, but it always say helps fight COVID, helps kill COVID-19 and stuff like that. Nobody never noticed it until it actually hit. That been on like Lysol cans and stuff like that. Nobody never noticed it though until it actually hit us.
Okay, we gotta start with that word. But I get what you're saying, One Trade, for sure. We're gonna get flagged. I don't want to get flagged.
I
But
bet.
we got to start with that word. But now we can talk about this because I don't think you get flagged for this. Yes, Gran. I did know that. I just told you the Chunky Suit commercial is all for Tom Brady to get that dynasty. Because before that, the only other dynasty was the Dallas Cowgirls. You know, and they wanted Tom Brady to be the next poster boy of the NFL. So they made him the dynasty poster boy by giving Donovan McNabb a Chunky Suit contract and making him choke because he was playing too good. You don't just all of a sudden play a good game like that. Like if you're throwing up in the huddle, that happens in the first couple of drives. That don't happen at the end of the game. Come on now, my guy. Come on. That's ridiculous. You know, that's why T.O. was so mad. You know, because he wasn't getting no Chunky Suit money. He's like, F Donovan, man.
T.O. was on every goddamn
I was running out
though.
there on a broken ankle. You got me worried, you know, playing the best game of my life, and you still going to sell us out for that? Yeah.
I mean, you can't help somebody throwing up, though. It's like, I mean, he a human.
That was fake.
He a human at the end
That's
of the
why
day.
you don't eat eggs before a game.
Like, you were balling, right? New England couldn't stop you at all. And then all of a sudden, into the ground to Rodney Harrison.
Bro, they've been helped out many times.
Yeah.
Garbage.
I mean, you can't sit there and tell me that Seahawk game wasn't a conspiracy. There's no way you throw the ball on the 2-yard line when you have Marshawn Lynch. Like, you don't make that mistake. Trust me. I don't care.
And then for the corner to read it that perfect, it's like, come on, man.
Bro, I don't care how dumb you think Pete Carroll is. He's not that dumb. He's not that dumb.
And that's why Marshawn's not in the league no more because he don't play that. The real guys are going to speak up about that and start talking. You know what I'm saying? They ain't going to just sit around like, oh, the hell no.
But we got to go back to where it all started, though. That Raiders game in the snow when they created this invisible tuck rule.
Yeah.
Like the tuck rule just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
The Raiders should have won that game and been in the Super Bowl.
And that's a big deal, too. Do you ever notice sometime in the NFL where the game is getting blown out, like a team is getting blown out, then all of a sudden a team comes storming back to cover the spread?
Atlanta Patriots, my guy. Perfect example.
It's been like that, though, since you ever noticed they legalized sports betting. So it's like I feel like they making these games up at this point. It's like they fixing these games. I mean, there's a lot of money going around with that sports betting stuff. It's like,
you don't think they're gonna make that go in their favor?
Hell yeah.
See, that's why I love my Wandering Minds podcast because we sit there and we, we're not afraid to say that, the only way the rich get richer is.
What up, Jay LeBay, my guy? Shout out to you, my guy.
But yeah, no, that's crazy, dude. There's way too many games that went so many ways that shouldn't have went. Like for instance, that Denver game. Peyton Manning, his first year when he lost. Like they were the highest scoring team the whole year up until the Super Bowl. And you're telling me that team that was perfect all year long just came out and had their crappiest in the Super Bowl? Come on. Really?
They was facing
the first plays at like 20 yards over his dang head. Like, are you kidding me? Come on, man. They made mistakes in that game they never made all year long. Why would they do it there? You know what I'm saying? Like,
they was playing the number one defense in the NFL, though.
I know.
Because I was just making stuff up. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Hey, we'll take it wherever you want to go, man.
Nick Mullins, baby. Nick Mullins is starting for the Browns.
Yeah, Nick Mullins. I hope he win. 'Cause Nick Mullins sucked
Yeah,
for
we
us
got.
in
That's
the
why we
offseason.
stopped talking about.
Lacking commoditized. Stretch and chain
For
him
what?
back from day one.
Saying the C word. You can't
Are you
say that.
are you serious?
You
Yeah.
can't say that?
You
But
can't.
like every guest
Why?
I've had, they had their own. They were like just as many subscribers as me, and they were saying the C word on my show.
How
Maybe
you
it's
can't
me
say that
personally
though?
saying the C
What?
word. That's why I got to call it the C word.
But they say it on the TV and stuff all the time.
Not on YouTube.
Do you know what other crazy crap I say on my channel? But that I can't say? Really?
Huh?
I said, do you know what kind of crazy crap that I say on my channel? But that I can't say?
Right.
That makes
You
no
talk about
sense.
that? You talk about
You
that?
can't
What?
say the other. You can't say the other
You
C
talk
word.
about
word
that?
you're talking about.
Huh?
I'm talking about.
Oh, you're breaking up. See what's going on? Not
Nah, man.
already
I'm about.
flagged. They picked up certain words. They just got to re-looking at the footage later.
Oh man.
Am I flagged for real? Can you see that?
I
Not
can't say.
flag.
Only I can see that, right?
I have no idea.
I don't think you flagged.
The same thing you.
Man.
But yeah,
Better not be.
I'm about to get
Brad?
up out of here though.
Yeah, I
Stop
gotta
messing
get.
with me. All right, guys. Well, final thoughts about the game, because I need to get some dinner in me. What are you guys thinking? We plan or not? And what's your score prediction going to be?
With 28 people out, man, supposedly. Dude, 34 to. I'll be nice. I'll say 34-17.
I'm gonna go Eagles 27, Washington 24.
And I'm going to go until they say more players are playing. 35-10. We're just going to run all over them. We're going to get like 300 yards rushing this game. It's going to be ridiculous. Miles Sanders and Jordan Howard gets over 120 yards.
Sheesh. I would love that.
Right?
Well, go ahead and let everybody know where they can find you at. We're going to run out of here because we're right at the 3-hour mark. That's a good show. I told you I was going to be on here for an hour. It always happens, though. It always happens. Hour turns to 3. If you say you're going to be here for a couple hours, it turns to 6.
Hey, that's what happens when you have good conversations, man.
Yeah, man, I love it. Like I said, I'm excited to get it started going. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and I like the chemistry for us. Maybe we can start a Friday night show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like on a network.
Yeah, no, I was just telling you I wanted to start back up Friday night in the Cave with Rocks, so maybe we can do something. Maybe we will.
I'm with it.
BIRDGANG Uncensored in the Cave.
There you go.
We got
y'all
name
just gonna
cooler
steal
name than
my.
that. That
Y'all
doesn't
just
work.
gonna steal my show.
You're part of
Your
it. We
show
can't
already
still
got did it when we
part
started
of.
Birds on the Line.
Yeah, we converted that show into Birds on the Line. We should bring it back though. That'd be tough though.
Yeah. We'll
So,
figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Birds in the Cave Uncensored.
Oh, we could do Cave Talk.
Unfortunately, Grand, I'm going away from that, so you know, further there, man.
Hey,
But,
Grant, you know you scare a bird gang right now, man.
He scared me for a minute. I thought he'd seen some already. I was like, what? This is some
We
BS.
talking about AK, no
I knew
cussing,
I
no
wasn't that bad
fussing.
because I ain't got no strikes. So I know they say you get 3 of them.
It's
I
a
know they
red
say you can get
card.
3 of them. So I wasn't really that scared, but I was like, that would suck. If that happened, because like I said, like yesterday when I had the Washington guys on, they were all talking about freaking. They were just saying it left and right.
And even my guests today, they're just saying it left to right. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. The C word, and I'm looking like a punk. But is it? Can you really say it? But I watched like Shakes and Mike and those guys. They won't say it. They say you get demonetized for it. So
Oh man,
I'm like,
Dang.
just for
whoa,
saying it, that's what it's called though.
yeah,
That's,
but you can't talk about it on YouTube.
you can't
That's
say
insane. That's insane.
the C, the other C one either. Like the
Huh?
bear, you can't say the bear one either.
Can you just call it the vid?
I said you can't say the bear one either.
You probably can say the vid.
Can you just call it the vid and there you
Yeah,
go?
or the C word.
Just
Or
leave out the
that
C. Just call it the vid.
list.
You can't say Corona either.
Hey, you're talking beer, I guess. Yeah.
Man, you said it, and we
Just
just blanked
substitute
out
it.
when you said it. See that? I don't play them games, man. You get don't even say that one. Don't say none of them. Not on the channel. Not on the channel, please. Help me. You're like, yeah, you wouldn't normally get one strike, but we continuously heard you say it, and you brought out the other C word.
That's crazy.
Pretty soon, all the C words in the English language will be gone. You can't say C anymore.
Freaking me out, man.
Yeah, we'll just use vid, man. We'll just use vid.
Vid, yeah, what we
No,
call it.
that's gone there, Gran. There's no more of that anymore. I'm trying to get more professional with it, so yeah.
Right?
The uncensored part of me
20 still in here, man. Much love to you guys. I love you. Hopefully none of you guys ever get the C word. Because I had it before and it sucked.
Yeah, I dumped her a long time ago. Oh, you meant the other word. No, I'm just playing.
Yeah, hey, how we disrespect one trade like that?
Oh, you talking about the cave? Nah. You can't disrespect when he's a part of it.
Right? Right?
Yeah.
Man, Grand, I don't even know you for you to be talking like that, man.
One uncensored bird flying out of a cave.
Oh man.
That is how you use the word. In which way? What do you mean by that? What do you mean? I don't understand. Like, so you can't
Well,
say
like,
the word.
If
It's how you use
if you're
it.
saying like F the word and all that.
Is that what you're saying? Like, I can say it, or I can't say it. That's the real point. That's all I really care about. You know, I don't want to get in trouble. So how do you? If you know that much, you must know something else about it. So go ahead and spill the whole beans. Give me. I need all the direct ways to do this, my guy.
Who y'all know got demonetized for that though?
But I do watch Shake's last video. Go watch 500. Go watch Philly Mike. Those guys like, hey, I can't say that word. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to get demonetized. That's what they say right after it. So if they're big time, I'm pretty sure they know the rules.
Oh, so
and I'm
you
not
can
trying
say
to. If they're not
Corona,
saying it, I'm definitely not saying it. Yeah, you can say Corona, but it's a beer or non-viruses.
All right, bet. I'm glad you told
Man,
us
I'm
that,
feeling some type of way, dude. Like, I've actually been a model citizen tonight. What are you talking about?
Right. AK definitely been chilling.
Here you go, lady. One strike.
It's probably because Boys for Life not on here. Because every time you get linked up with Boys for Life, AK be cussing him out the whole street.
No, we came to a truth meeting that guy. We're at a truce meeting him, so we're good.
I was cracking up our last
No,
one.
like you saying if player has it, it's good. But if you're trying to put out information on, then you get flagged. A player has COVID. He's on the COVID list type things, but I can't say like, don't go get the shot. Oh, I get you.
That's kind of fishy though. Like it's like, damn.
It's definitely fishy. It's kind of messed up, to be honest. That's crazy. Like, how
Y'all
can they
put
even
out
tell you what to
information
say
every
on you
day.
like that?
Hey, y'all put out information every day.
Don't they have like the vid channels and stuff
Yeah.
of what you're supposed to not take and do take and stuff like that?
Mm.
Whatever happened to freedom of speech? I guess that doesn't count
Oh no,
either
no, this
anymore.
YouTube, baby. We ain't got no freedom of speech.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? They like, as long as I'm giving you cash, you gotta do what I say.
All right.
What up,
Yo.
FEKC?
What's up, Hefe? Don't come
Hefe.
here and try to rant about them goddamn Chiefs because y'all won that overtime game, man.
Hey, you guys did good. You guys are definitely welcome for us giving you such a great coach because he is awesome. Definitely one of the best coaches ever to coach football. I give Big Red that.
Yeah, I'm about to get out of here though, man. This is
Yeah,
a
we're
great
getting out of
stream,
here.
y'all.
Yeah, I was
Appreciate
telling
y'all
you
for
guys.
letting me on.
Give your little last speech thing, and I don't know how we got off track or whatever, but yeah, go ahead and let everybody know where to find you guys at, and we're gonna get out of here.
I mean, y'all can find me in the cave. You already know.
See, you're in the cave every day.
Yeah, I'm always in the cave, man. Hit me up. Hit me up on Twitter, One Trey Rock 215. Instagram, One Trey Rock 215. Well, YouTube, same thing. But I mean, like, comment, and subscribe to all these dudes up here, man. They good dudes, man. Great Eagles content creators. I mean, we got a movement right here. I mean, you see, before all of this, the dudes, they never really like collabed and stuff like that. We doing this on a weekly basis. I mean, this the only place you're gonna really come to find dudes that actually want to link up and talk about football together. So, I mean, like, comment, and subscribe to everybody. Bird Gang Nation Sports Media.
BGN Sports Media.
Let's get
Everybody
it,
on the
man. Let's get it.
screen is in BGN Sports Media, my guy.
Oh my
Everybody.
God, man! How many
Get
times
with
you gonna
it.
change it? I don't even remember it. Let me see. Ah, yeah. BGN Sports Nation. You can find One Trey Rock there. All right. Peace.
Peace. Did you already say yours?
Nope, I did not. Yo, what's going on, man?
You be pausing down. I'm like,
Yeah, I cannot wait to do this more with you, man. You know, it's been a while since we got to actually hang out and do this, and I look forward to doing it more. You know, it's always fun talking football with you. And yeah, you can find me over at the Eagles Uncensored podcast. You can count on me and my content like the city bus. And if you like the way I go, subscribe too. Thanks for having me on, man.
no problem, man. Everybody, you guys have a great night. It was another great streaming night with my boys. We talked some Eagles football, and there's definitely a lot more to talk about. Hopefully, we get a game this week. You know, Washington need to go to the grocery stores and ask for any, employees that used to play football, or maybe the local parks. Find you some old, city football greats to fill the team this week. So hopefully they're able to do that so we can play them this weekend and beat them, So Eagles going to the playoffs. We're going to win out. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Peace.
Next time. Peace out. We out. Peace.
Later.